Action. We're live.
Hey,
Pleasure to have my brother Thomas,
you got it, brother.
and sister, I forgot your name,
Chanel.
Sister Chanel,
Yes, sir.
in the house in the Ascension podcast. I'm going to open us up in prayer. Open us up in prayer, and we're going to get it cracking. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the most merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the most merciful, and master of the day of judgment. Thee alone do we serve, thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, sir. So yeah, did he ever? Okay, so we were talking kind of about how we met, me and brother Thomas, on the streets of Leimert Park. Was that was 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
2 weeks ago, and I had just left the mosque. We had our first mosque meeting since we reopened, and I was suited and booted, rocking my FOI uniform, and I was in front of a hot and cool cafe, and I don't remember who hollered at who first. I think I probably said, "Do you?" I probably asked if you want a final call.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was doing my job. I was on duty, on post, pushing final calls to your boy, and then he said something like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll take one." I'm actually talked to Brother Merlin. I was processing, and then because I treat people like I give different treatments. Like I treat FOI brothers a certain way. I treat brothers that are gonna be FOI, and I treat the general population a certain way. Like once I realize you're kind of a soldier, then I gotta apply that pressure. I gotta apply that. All right, you're not in yet, but you're in. What the fuck are you doing, bro? And as a soldier, which you are, and which you are, you understand what I was doing, which I still am doing to this day. I haven't released that pressure. So, once I realized he was not just some regular Negro, that he had already had intentionality about joining the nation, I was like, all right, what's good, nigga? Like, what's good? Like, you did all the work, but you ain't in yet. Like, what's up? So yeah, we had that conversation. Then we just got popping off about military service. He gave me game on that, and talked about the minister. Talked about we ran through the litany of grown up black people topics.
Yeah.
So yeah, then after that, then we kept in touch, and I was like, all right, bro, like I got a podcast. We pretty much did a podcast in Leimert Park. For like,
much.
yeah, for real. Like he was most, I would say like 80% him, 20% me. I was just like, yeah, tell me more about. He was giving me the game on like Afghanistan. He was there, so I was like, bro, feed me intel, bro. Like I want to know how them niggas think, what you learn, all that shit.
They know who we are when we don't.
That's what we talked about. That's what we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did that, and then now he's here. Now you're here, another soldier. Army.
Yes.
Were you enlisted as well?
I was.
That's what's up.
I was
Cool.
a medic.
Oh, nice.
EMT.
Yeah. Did you go anywhere?
No, I actually got injured and sent home a week before my unit deployed.
Damn.
And my mother tells me all the time that was God,
I understand.
because the unit, the squad that I was supposed to be, going with,
Yeah.
they hit an IED.
Oh, damn.
Ambulance flipped. A couple of people that were my friends from training
Damn.
did not make it out.
It's Afghanistan or Iraq?
It was actually in Kuwait.
Kuwait. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So my mom's like, that was a blessing in disguise. You
I understand.
got hurt. You got sent home.
Yeah.
You narrowly missed that window.
No mistakes.
I understand. Yeah, no mistakes. Yeah. And what I know about death is like, when it happens, it's supposed to happen. So if you die in the line of duty, that's an honor.
It's your time, brother.
It's your time, bro. So like it's a blessing for your mother because she still gets to enjoy you in this body, right?
Indeed.
But as far
Human
as the
experience.
objective, it's just like it's a blessing because that's the way it's supposed to happen. But had it been the converse and you went out, like it would have been a blessing as well. So that's how I view things. It's like when it's time to go, it's time to go. And if you go down as a soldier, that's the best way to go, bro.
Honor.
For real.
Yeah.
Nah. And what I've learned, my brother went to West Point, and he's still he's an officer in Colorado Springs. There's some Army things out there. I'm not sure specifically infantry. So my grandfather was Air Force. I was raised. We was military. My mother's side of the family military, but y'all know the deal. It's just like we militant, but like not like Nation of Islam militant like I am now, but just like we follow the rules,
Have some
order,
structure.
structure, bro, structure, and like
It's healthy.
very healthy, and that's what Black families need. We need structure. We need order.
Yes.
Yeah.
The world works off structure, man.
Absolutely.
Plants work off structure.
Absolutely.
Everything around us.
You can
Absolutely.
Look at the plant cells and see the structure. Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't mind me. I just
No,
took
go on.
a bunch of chemistry and physics courses this past year. I was trying to become a doctor, and so I was taking all the
Medical doctor?
sciences. Yes.
Okay.
So I was taking all the sciences that I needed to get into med school.
Okay. All the prereqs or whatever.
Yeah, the prerequisite sciences
Yeah.
specifically. I already have my bachelor's and my master's in psychology, but I
Oh,
decided
word.
to go back
Okay.
so that I could specifically go take the MCAT,
Nice.
get into med school.
Where'd you go to undergrad, master's?
Oh, Adler University in Chicago.
Dope.
Yeah.
Do you GI Bill for that?
No,
No?
no. The Army and the VA keep jerking me around with that one.
You couldn't finesse that?
I've been trying. They keep playing, but you know what? That's okay.
I understand.
That's okay, because if you keep fighting
Yeah.
and you eventually get it overturned,
Yeah.
who that backpack?
You could use it for med school then, right?
I can use it to pay off my student loans.
Oh, word. Oh, okay.
And if there's anything left over beyond that, then yes, I can apply it to
Absolutely.
my education.
Yeah, get that in. I mean, you know better than I. I'm just like, yeah, no. You got VA bill. You got the VA loan for real estate.
Yeah.
And then you got GI Bill for school. Like,
And then you also have VA loans for small businesses as well.
what? Oh, bro. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Are you in on all these? Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
trust me, we're
Yeah, because we here for at the end of the day, like I love y'all, but I'm here for business. As you know, it's like no, I did not come here to make friends. I came here. It's like we're gonna sit down, we're gonna have a conversation that's going to lead to business.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Very intentional.
Absolutely, bro.
should.
Absolutely, everything's intentional, bro.
That's how I look at the military. It was all for a reason. Some people get in because their heart leads them and all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
No, I didn't work like that. It was for a reason.
I understand. What was your reason getting in?
My reason was, one, providing that structure and discipline. I
Yeah.
felt like that was something that I didn't have.
Growing up?
I mean, I had it in some sense, but I didn't have it in the sense I have
sense.
it now.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
that was the number one thing. Then after that was setting up my resume and also getting something back from the military, being able to, know I have the VA loans.
Yeah, man.
I spent 10 years in. I done been around the world. I got everything that they offer.
Bro. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So they got a little bit from me, but I got them for life.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
Hey.
And you still get, you said you get pension, right?
I get paid for life.
Oh, bro. Okay. Now, quickly, I'm not sure how. So, is it a certain amount of time you get like X amount of your highest salary? How does the pension work for military?
So mine's not like that. Mine's VA disability.
oh, okay. Understood.
So basically, when I got back from Afghanistan,
Yeah.
I went to go see their doctors right away and say, hey, as a result, well, this was me before.
Yeah.
I put in work for this nation, and
I understand.
this is me after
I
putting in
understand.
work.
Yeah.
Let's meet.
Yes, sir. And it worked, right?
Oh, it worked.
Bro. Okay. Understood. All right. So you got disability.
Uh-huh.
You've got. Have you used your GI Bill yet?
Nope.
Oh, bro. Oh man.
Nope.
And you got VA small business
Yeah,
loans.
I could use the small business, the home loan.
Oh man. And then you got the real estate. The
I'm gonna hit them hard.
Oh, yes, you are, bro. Oh, that's what's up, man. Have you thought about like specific what do you want to go to school for? Because you're gonna use that bill.
So
bro.
here's the thing, man. With me with schooling, as long as I don't want to do schooling just to do it. If I could find a solid trade school,
bro, yeah,
then absolutely.
Yeah.
That's where I want to be. I want to fill a need.
facts.
If I could find something that is gonna not make me employable, make me where I have the skills to employ others, then that's the game I
you need.
want to play.
That's what you need, bro. Yeah. How are you like? How are you like with like contracting, building stuff? Like, how do you? Is that your lane?
So I'm
do you
not there
think?
yet.
Understood.
But that's something I actually want to learn.
For some reason, you a master builder, bro.
You already know that.
Bro,
Master Mason. Bro.
yeah. So we are all, are you a Eastern Star official or just family affiliated?
I'm just honorary.
Understood.
I did the Gleaners. They definitely tried to. Get
Understood.
me
Yeah.
to- I just wasn't ready to make that commitment.
I understand.
When it's your time, right?
When it's your time. Yeah. So we both you got your third degree. Got my third degree. You stop at 3? I haven't.
I'm at 3.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, man. I got 3 and then I'm like, okay, I'm good. I can officially call myself amazing.
3's the highest degree. Everything else is,
It's-
above that same line.
It's the same thing. It's like you get the memo. Yeah, we know who we are. Yes,
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
But that's something when it comes to building and contracting, That's something that's actually dear to me because that's something that we don't have. It's a trade.
No.
It makes us employable.
Facts.
And that we can, like I said, employ others when we have those skills and we can do things with our hands. And
Bro.
you don't have to reach out to somebody.
No.
else. I could buy a house and I could save the money because I could remodel it.
Facts,
and if
man.
I want to go sell that house,
Yeah.
I took a 4-bedroom, turn it into a 6-bedroom
Facts.
with these hands.
With these hands, indeed, man. And that's like, I'm a nerdy nigga, man. I went to college. Like, that's my blind spot. Is like, I'm not a carpenter by any stretch. Like, maybe I can figure it out if I read the instructions for hours, but it doesn't. I could computer stuff. This is me. Kind of naturally comes with me. Computer, IT stuff. And like I said, I'm a finance and accounting. I'm a nerd. You know, I like numbers. I like spreadsheets. I like setting up budgets and financial reports and telling niggas how much money they have to spend, having meetings about how they didn't do what they're supposed to do with the money. That's me. But as far as like blueprints and all that stuff, I'm like, that's another nigga's job.
But that's
your
job.
bro.
That's the beautiful part about building a team. Everybody
bro.
has their strengths.
Absolutely. So that's why I'm applying that pressure on you. It's like, I see it, bro. Yeah. Nah. And we master builders. And no, you could be a real builder. Nah, man. Are you kind of working in construction right now?
No.
Okay. Yes,
Not
sir.
at all, man. What was it? Back in June, I put myself through a certification school for window tint.
Okay.
Because I'm
That's
opening
what it
my
was.
own window tint school.
Yes, sir.
I mean, not my own window tint school. That's in the future. But
Yeah.
my own window tinting business for automobiles.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what we had a conversation about. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, because we need the essentials of of civilization. As agriculture is the foundation of civilization. We kind of had that conversation before. So me and the team, and now y'all are part of the team. Y'all are part of the team now. We securing land. As I said, we got acreage out in Atlanta, and we're securing 300 acres up in Northern California, South or West Sacramento.
Yes.
So right next to a river. And we're working with a brother named Roosevelt, who is an African brother who has land in Africa and has been doing the commercial, not like small scale, like commercial farmer. So who knows how to actually put acres upon acres into production. That's what we're going. We're not doing like, we're not thinking like gardening is cool. Don't get twisted, like it's where you start. But we're thinking like, we want to put our people on to commercial agriculture because there's whole agencies called the USDA. The California Department of Food and Agriculture, which are the state USDA, that we don't know anything going on with these industries. With these, we are intentionally excluded from commercial farming and agriculture, and we're intentionally excluded because we don't really give a fuck because we rather just buy white people stuff on white people infrastructure. So me and the homie Tamu, who's on this podcast, and you'll meet, we just had a meeting with farmers with the CDFA. The secretary, Karen Ross, just about how they plan to, and this is the head of the CDA, so white woman who runs the CDA, who is the secretary of the CDFA. But long story short, this meeting was about how the government is having, about the funding, about $10 million over 2 years for new and beginner farmer training. And this is a tranche, 10 million, it's not relative to the entire USDA and CDFA budget. So this is like our industry now. So I'm trying to get you guys.
Yeah.
So if I feel like I'm talking down you
No,
can correct me.
It's good.
But a lot of people think this shit is boring, and that's the problem because when it comes to this type of shit, this bureaucracy, we think is like, oh, that's for them, and then we act like minorities in how we interact with the government. And what's a minority? A minority is a child that expects to be taken care of. So that's why, when you call yourself a minority, you're pretty much telling the white man, it's like, I'm a child, take care of me.
Yeah, and some of the freest people is the farmers. I don't feel like our government likes farmers because they create their own food.
Absolutely.
They control what's going into their bodies. We
Absolutely.
are long-term patients. We make
Facts.
doctors money.
Absolutely.
We don't stick around long.
No. And they pretty much, public health is pretty much the means by which they control the bandwidth of the population. It's like, all right, you're going to live from 0 to 75, 85, you're lucky. But, we're going to, like, when you retire, we're going to give you the psych meds just to wean you off. That's the people who run the show. That's how they view it. So they use vaccines. They use the whole arsenal. The whole medical system is geared towards keeping you operating within this parameter. That's just like lateral, like your lifespan. But then you take it to like the psychological and the spiritual point. It's like, oh no, you niggas are not coming up here. We're going to block your pineal gland. You're going to stay operating within our matrix. And so
And some of us peep game and some of us don't, man. like you said, it's designed to keep you in this system. But we're taught from an early age to be a follower. You taught to go to school and stand in line and don't talk.
Absolutely.
You taught not to collaborate, which what we do.
Absolutely.
At this level, what
Yes, sir.
entrepreneurs do, collaborate. That's called cheating in school. So it's
That's the truth,
you know
bro.
the successful people.
Yeah.
They collaborate.
Absolutely.
They don't stand one behind the next and all that stuff. No, man.
No.
We figure out a team.
They share intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
It's essential to share intelligence. But I never put together that the sharing of intelligence is literally castigated as cheating in school.
Yeah, I mean Yeah. It's once you peep it, you can't look away from it.
You cannot.
And I wish I could say that's my own knowledge, but that was from reading Rich Dad Poor Dad.
I haven't read that. Is that like a big part of it?
Yeah. Well, what he said, the author Robert Kiyosaki, he just went into just how school is set up to not make you into entrepreneur. It's set up
Facts.
to make you an employee.
Yes, sir.
And so you go through all these years of teaching you how to, pass or fail.
Yeah.
How to not collaborate, how to do all these things, how to segregate yourselves within that instead of learning how to develop a team and work off everybody's strength. Hey, we'll teach you PE, but we're not going to teach you taxes.
Absolutely.
We'll teach you business management, but we won't teach you how to be an entrepreneur.
Facts.
So we'll teach you how to manage someone else's dream, but we're not going to teach you how to
you
create
manage our
yours.
dream.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you plug into our matrix.
Sit in line.
Absolutely.
Spend however many years of your life paying into this retirement, and your life expectancy is 5 to 6 years afterwards.
That's it, man. Yes, sir.
Cold game.
It's a cold game. And it works because enough people play the game. Enough. It's not all, it's enough. Right around about 80, 85% that play the game. And then like you live your whole life on a rat race, buying shit that other people make, wondering why you're dissatisfied at work, but still doing it. And then you die. No, then you retire when you can't. After your productive years are over, then you retire and do nothing. Watch TV, watch CNN. Yeah. Raise your grandkids if you're lucky. In front of CNN.
And while you do that, you live in fear. You operate your whole life in fear.
Absolutely.
The government tells you when to be scared. You turn it on. You're scared.
Yep.
You meet somebody that tells you, hey, man, you create for yourself. You can make your own job. Oh, no. I got to get that retirement. I got to pay into that 401k.
Facts. Yep, or that
you
pension.
Crazy?
Yeah, bro. Especially like public sector employees, like they're the most shook because they have the best promise at the end of the light at the end of the tunnel, which is just you get your salary when you retire.
The government says I can't go out to the club if I don't have the vaccine.
Facts, Brad. Yes,
That's
sir.
a blessing, man.
Yep. Oh man.
Imagine if you just sat with a clear mind and just actually thought about things that'll take care of you and your family for a while.
Exactly. Yeah, man. But people like having the answers spoon-fed to them. Yeah. They like having the answers, not thinking for themselves. And this is why, we were talking about agriculture. People don't know how to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And the thing that got me into agriculture was at 25, I had after my first corporate gig, Ernst & Young accounting firm, like super corporate accounting firm, burned out, went back home to Arkansas, worked on an organic farm after I burned out. Worked on an organic farm for like 6 months. And I went on an organic farm because I was like, and I wasn't in the nation. I was just like I was a college educated Negro that was like, really, I got to do this shit for the rest of my life? So I wasn't no Malcolm. I was just like, fuck this. That was the mentality. And I wasn't like super spiritual either. I was just like, man, fuck this. I ain't doing it. But that choice to like leave the matrix was a leap of faith because I was just leaping in the faith was in my own ability to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And then God took that because he'll operate with what you got. With what would you give? If it's that, he'll give you that. You know, he does. Growing up in this world, you can't have in this world. Satan is the default. This world's the default. This way of thinking. So he understands that. So he's not gonna expect full commitment to his purpose when you just learn that he's maybe a thing, right? Mm-hmm. So I was at a point where I was like, there's something to this God thing, right? So if I just take this leap of faith and go work on this farm, it'll work out.
Yeah.
So did that for 6 months, and I was like, okay, all right. I don't know where I'm going to end up, but I know I'm going to end up back to the land. That was 2000. That was over damn near 10 years ago. So, and ever since that, I've been like weaving, I told you I sell plants. I've been weaving in and out of agriculture ever since. So I got another corporate-like job for a nonprofit. So did nonprofit finance, nonprofit corporate finance and investments. And so learned how the learn really how to run a business.
Yeah.
Right? The administration and how to set up structures and organizations and how to like do like all the administering of an organization. So, and now I'm not realizing is our people, this isn't like, this is, I want to go back to what we talked about in our first conversation. This knowledge of running a business is not taught to us. At first, like I was having a conversation with my friend about, people don't, wait, y'all don't understand how to make calendar invites and send emails and it's not natural for our people who haven't been trained in this regard. It's not natural. None of this corporate stuff is natural. So what I finally come to grips with was like, I'm a skilled employee. I know how to do this stuff that we aren't trained in. And it's my job to find the builders, to find the nurses, to find the teachers and be like, okay, let's all get together. Here's a platform. Here's the structure. I'm going to plug you in. Let's get to work. That is what we lack as a people because we're really good at being individuals.
Yeah, and every job that we take, there's a lot of lessons in there. And I look back over my life and I'm like, it was all for a reason.
Facts.
There was things that I learned from the military. There's things I learned from corporate sales. It's just having an open mind to take in the lessons because doing those calendar invites, selling different people's products and all those stuff, if you peep game on it, you're going to spend the block on it. You're going to do it for yourself. Mm-hmm. So it's good because maybe you didn't go to business school, but that business that you're working for, they're going to teach you the game if you just watch.
That's right.
You're doing everything, putting that machine in motion that they need you to do.
Facts.
But double back and do it for yourself.
Absolutely.
And that was what sparked me.
Yeah.
I was, doing sales. And
After military, right?
mm-hmm,
Okay, yes,
my
sir.
last company,
Yes, sir.
they gave me my 2020 sales. And they said, hey, you brought in $1.7 million for us. And they were excited, and I wasn't. And I wasn't excited because I was like, man, I bought in 1.7 mil. My tax return says you paid me $127,000. Okay. I bought in 1.7 mil, and I ate crumbs off of it.
Facts. And they expect you to be happy because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I wasn't mad at them. I was mad at myself.
Facts.
Because I'm like, oh, man, I worked all these hours. I did all this, and I was so excited to be a good company boy.
Oh, yeah, man.
I was excited,
Yeah,
man.
me too. I know that feeling.
I was
Yeah,
excited.
I got good pat on the back and everything, man.
Until I realized why they were excited. Because they like, man, you gave us 1.7 mil.
Yeah,
Here you go, bro.
You're welcome.
Realistically, when I looked at the numbers, that was 1 month of sales for me. So they ate off 11, I ate off 1, and we shook hands about it.
Facts.
That's bad negotiation.
Yeah, it's terrible negotiation.
Yeah.
But that's also the nature of capitalism. That is the nature of how business works.
Yeah.
And like enough people play this game as opposed to like network with a team of people with different skill sets and like, you know what, let's all own this together. Let's all own this together, put in work together, and then go to the market with the product that people want and do business.
And you know what's the biggest scam of all?
What?
The government
yes,
is
sir.
run exactly the same way. And I know that because I used to work for the IRS in Atlanta.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wow, you work for the man.
I worked
The
in the
man,
The,
for
the
real.
man. The IRS is how they literally extract the wealth and income from the populace with
Exactly.
income tax. That's how they take it from you.
Exactly.
That's the greatest
Now,
expenses
I
tax.
Facts.
didn't handle the individual taxes, but I did work in a section that worked specifically with the businesses, and I personally handled a lot of information regarding the FATCA reporting for overseas accounts and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peep game.
Yeah. Any specific game that you peeped?
Well,
Yeah.
I will say this.
Because this is you and my. I'm all ears now. You fucking work for that fucking feds.
Well, you know how the IRS and just the U.S. government in general is always cracking down on people about tax havens, about moving their money to offshore accounts and things of that nature. They rely on FATCA reporting with those businesses and with those banks overseas in places where they have extradition laws and such,
Understood.
treaties and such, to report back information on American citizens, and that's what your Social Security number is for.
Understood.
So,
Yeah.
if you find one of those countries that don't have those treaties, that don't have to do FATCA reporting for American citizens, that don't have those extradition laws and such, so that you cannot be charged by the U.S. government for evading your taxes,
Barbados. You know which ones are.
I'll look into it.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Continue.
But if you can find those places,
Understood.
You don't have to worry about everyone saying, oh, we traced that money to the Caymans and da-da-da-da, or we traced it to, what was it, New Amsterdam or whatever, those other tax havens.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that, all the white folks, billionaires and so forth, those are the places that have been overused.
Understood.
And that's why they're getting caught now.
Understood.
So you have to look at the other places.
Yeah.
You have to go through the list, and there is a list.
So don't use the shoe boxes.
Don't use the shoe boxes.
Oh man, I need to upgrade. I got some Jordan boxes.
I understand.
Man.
I understand.
So
okay.
again, peep game. I had to talk to people in other countries, in other time zones, help them get into their accounts, help them figure out, motivate them to figure out who is the original person who set up this account so that they can access it, so that they can move stuff around, so that they can worry about whether or not they're reporting enough.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Government is cold game.
It's cold. It's game.
That was just a fraction of what I was doing.
Okay.
Because I was handling.
What was your title?
Tax examining technician. They
Damn.
give you a generic
Yeah.
title. And that title can encompass the small business department. That can encompass the e-help desk, which was where I was.
Yeah.
Because we handled all the electronic products
Understood.
that the businesses and the individuals use.
Understood.
I helped tax preparers file for their EFIN number, which they have to use in order to file everybody else's tax returns.
Yeah.
I helped them find out what was going on with certain business accounts. Why can't I use my EIN to the whole nine?
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a lot of access to a lot of information.
So you know the game. Okay.
Imagine if more
game.
of our people knew the game when it comes to, because like taxes is honestly our greatest expense.
Yeah,
So
it's like 3 months of your paycheck.
Yeah, and if we could, you can have a tax professional in the crew.
And see that.
Absolutely.
But see, it can't just be any tax professional. You need a tax lawyer.
Oh, facts. Yeah.
Because they can have that EFIN number.
They gotta have some balls too.
Yeah, they gotta be a shark.
I want somebody,
understood.
I want somebody that's willing to go to war with me.
Okay, good. Yeah, facts.
They can file those returns for you the same as any CPA or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They can do all of that, but they also know the ins and outs.
Yeah.
They also know what needs to be reported and what doesn't, what counts as a deductible and what doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they know the fine print. You need a tax.
They're masters. That's where they live. Yeah.
And they get paid.
Yeah.
Pretty penny
As they
for
should.
that.
Yeah.
But if you look at some of the most wealthiest people, you're right about that because they speak about those things. They have tax lawyers on staff because they're like when they were talking about Trump's not paying tax.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, we had this conversation. We talked about
When you talk to his circle of people, the guy who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, he's like, of course Trump didn't pay tax. He's like, the wealthy don't pay tax.
No.
You guys pay tax. He said, and that's what he said. He said, that's your cost for being an employee. He said, I'm an employer. I push the tax on you.
Absolutely.
Ain't
Yep.
that crazy?
That's so Kurosaki said that or whatever.
Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah,
Damn.
he said employers. We know how to do this.
Like the trickle
Yeah,
down
come on.
effect.
Yeah, we push the tax on our employees.
Man, that's right.
You know, we know how to manipulate numbers. So
Yeah.
we put it more into the business.
Absolutely. Yep.
Write off.
Write off. So that's why you were talking about setting up trusts, setting up corporations for that very reason, to write all that shit off.
Yep.
Write it all off. And I'm not a master. I'm starting to learn some of the finesse, but we need a tax attorney who could be like, just, yo, here's all my expenses. Go handle that shit, bro.
Yeah, but you also got to make sure that they're loyal because they can also finesse you out everything
I
and
understand.
walk away scot-free. They do it all the time.
Okay, understood. Did you learn this run at the job? Or?
No, I learned that listening to Rihanna.
Oh, understood. She got God. I heard it. She got God, right?
Yeah, that song that she made where she was talking about, I got your wife in the backseat of my foreign car. She was talking to her accountant because he tried to finesse her out her money.
Yeah.
Finagling the
And
numbers,
Rihanna's a billionaire
finagling her-
now, right?
Is she? Wait, she's a billionaire?
Yeah, she is.
Damn.
She just made it this year, and
From music?
congratulations.
What's her thing?
Well, she
Perfume or
has
something?
Yeah, she was
She
in
has
some other
music,
stuff,
she
right?
has-
Fenty or something like that.
Oh, that's
She has
right.
music, she has clothing, she has makeup and accessories, she has a bunch of stuff going, and then she does a lot of philanthropy back home in Barbados.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember she got added to the list.
Yeah.
Good for her. So so point is she had the wife of her accountant in the trunk. Is that what the song was about?
Not in the trunk, but in the back seat.
Okay.
Supposedly,
in the song.
Supposedly at gunpoint. No, this actually happened.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Yes.
Wow.
She was not. You know them island people don't
No,
play
she don't
about
play.
that.
I can see that she
They
don't play.
do not play. So
Damn.
you took her money. She took your wife.
Understood. Did she win? Did she get the money? Like,
She got her shit back.
Good for her. Good for her. Okay. So you had to have a level of loyalty and trust with the people that you're entrusting them with your money.
You're entrusting them with your life because you're entrusting them with
Facts.
your money.
Absolutely. Okay. That's good intel. Yeah. And we talk probably in our conversation about how when your boy died, when you're getting your, sorry if I'm giving too much information, but it's relevant. Yeah. So your boy that you got your third degree with, or the one that was leading that, when he passed, he that's when you had the realization of what the big picture of what was really going on.
Yeah. We were in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And man, lost some people that was close to me. One in particular that night. And man,
night that what happened? Yeah.
It was June 13th.
Yes, sir.
June 16th, 2013. Somebody close to me got killed while we were there. He got hit in an explosion. And I just remember I felt like a little kid. I felt like kids when they're out playing with their friends, and every kid hits that phase where they don't want to play anymore.
Facts, man.
That was my moment.
Yes, sir.
And when I didn't want to play anymore, it made me take a step back and like watch and figure out, man, this is a business.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is a complete business.
Yes,
and I'm just here to impose their will.
Facts.
And when their will is fulfilled, then they're going to pull us out.
Facts. The will of the wealthy who run this country. The extreme, not wealthy. Wealthy is like the people we know about. The people who don't even need money because they print money. Yeah. So rich, wealthy, white, Caucasian families.
Yeah, we're there to get resources.
Facts.
They needed the natural resources.
Absolutely.
And if you try to stop them from taking your country's natural resources, then we're there.
Yes, sir. The military.
The world's biggest gang.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The world is, not to go too deep on it, but the world is built on gangs.
Facts. Facts.
In Black culture, we talk down on our gangs.
Yes, sir.
In Italian culture, we've idolized them.
Revere those gangs because we make now movies. They're institutionalized. Facts. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
they got TV shows.
Yeah.
Unity is a beautiful thing.
Facts, man.
If you use it right.
That's right. And then Jews, all Jews, Italians, the gang banged. Heavy, because they were.
Don't cross them.
Yeah, don't. And then they got organized, and then they infiltrated the system, and now they run shit.
Anti-Defamation League.
Yeah, facts, bro. Yeah. No, for real. Like that's them. They're like, okay, we're gonna become institutionalized, and it's all about power, preserving the power.
And we need to learn from what they do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We need to learn it.
Absolutely.
In and out and replicate it.
Facts. The nation, if I'm right on this, has said that the one thing that I want to say it was the Honorable Minister Elijah, sorry if I said the title wrong, Elijah Muhammad. What he said is the only thing that we lack is unity.
Facts.
Unity is more powerful than an atomic bomb.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's it.
Every other culture, well, not every other culture, but
most of them.
We see it in a lot of cultures.
Koreans.
They have unity.
Facts.
And we try to figure out every other reason why they're successful, but we miss the one that's right in front of us.
It's unity, bro. It's unity. It's like, of course I'm gonna hook you up. Of course I'm gonna treat you better than other niggas. Like, you're my people. Yeah. And
have you ever seen a Korean strip mall? It's a whole strip mall because that's all their family.
Facts.
And whatever
Facts.
I'll never forget. I was in Arizona a few years ago. Went to go get some fried chicken at the Louisiana fried chicken spot.
They got that in Arizona? Mm-hmm. God damn, they taking over, bro.
So yeah, for real. So
damn.
I seen an Asian guy get out of a Mercedes S550.
Yeah.
That was my favorite car at the time. So I watched him get out. And then I watched him walk in the back door. I walk in the restaurant. I said, hey, man, is that your S-Class out there? And he's like, yeah. I was like, is this your business? He's like, yeah. And I was like, I get it, bro. And he kind of looked at me crazy. And I was like, no, are you good? It's like I made him nervous. Like, you serving Black people fried chicken. This is your spot as an Asian. I said, I'm not mad at you, bro.
No, you can't be.
You smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not romancing that this is something that they like, but we like it. Yeah. There's a customer, and they're going to serve the need.
Facts. And their customers aren't serving themselves. So we're going to come to this country. We see an opportunity. We're going to take it until y'all get you.
They had to identify something that we go crazy off of, like how we have these long lines for these chicken sandwiches at Popeyes and all this crazy. They're like, okay, cool. I'll put up a business in your neighborhood. And I'm Asian, I'm whatever, but I'm going to sell you fried chicken.
Facts. Yep.
Cold game.
It's a cold game. And and they treat us. They don't respect us for that reason because they see us as minorities who don't take care of themselves, who don't provide their own goods and services. So
They see us as consumers. Either you're a buyer or you're a seller.
absolutely, brother. Yeah. So I used to take it personal, like, oh, Koreans are quote unquote racist, but now I see the game and I'm like, oh no, they're not. They're doing
Capitalist.
They're capitalists.
You know what, man? I kind of look at it, and in my sense, I look at it as they're kind of disappointed in us. I feel like a lot of people
Bro.
are disappointed in us.
Absolutely. No,
Because
I'm glad you picked up on that. Yeah, they're kind of like
they see us for who we are, and they're like, "You gonna really sit there and
facts,
just
man. Really?
be the buyer?
Yeah.
When your people have all these needs, you guys run culture, you have all this stuff, but at this point, you're just gonna be a consumer.
Consumer.
So let me sell you what you like instead
Yeah.
of you selling it to your people.
Y'all can't open your own restaurant. Y'all can't have your own strip mall. Like, this is y'all's hood. Y'all just gonna let us do? Cool.
I peeped game at a 7-Eleven one day, man. I saw the bed in the back, and I asked the lady, I was like, you got to put a bed in the 7-Eleven? Yeah, we live here.
Damn.
Right? And it looks crazy to us, but it's not crazy because what they do is when their families move over, they set up shop in that 7-Eleven and they'll live there because that's their business.
Facts, man.
They come here and they don't have a dream of being an employee. They have a dream of owning that business.
Facts, bro.
And they said, I'm not gonna do a home loan right now. I'm gonna do a business loan.
Facts, man.
I'm gonna create the business, which is gonna create the wealth, and I'm gonna double back and I'm gonna buy the house for cash.
Facts, man. That is the psychology.
They know the game. They know how to keep their debt to income ratio open.
Facts, man.
Yeah, we use a bank for finance, but if we finance the business, now
Facts.
the business is gonna supply the next thing.
Absolutely.
We do it, man. We do it backwards. We bought into the dream of, I think it was the 80s, where there was like the American dream is home ownership.
Facts.
Home ownership is a beautiful thing. However, so is business ownership.
It's not ownership. The bank owns that house for 30 years until you pay the motherfucker.
And at 15, they double their money.
Yeah.
But when you do own a home, and I'm not saying no one should own a home. I'm just saying there's a time and a place, a season for everything.
Yeah.
So when you do go buy that home, what does that do if you do have entrepreneur, you have business ideas and things that you want to do? Now that home that in California, that $792,000 mortgage is sitting on your credit. So now your debt to income is crazy. So now when you want to go to the bank and get that loan, you got to justify that.
That's right.
Does your income match it to be able to pay for this too?
That's right.
Versus, hey, let me go get the business.
Let's get the business.
Let's build it out. Let's put some money in our pockets. Now when they look at it, hey, man, I'm asset heavy.
That's right.
I'm liability low.
That's right.
I could play ball.
That's right. Yeah. No, but as we all know, niggas like shiny things.
Like a crow.
Yeah. For real.
We like the hottest brands. We like
Crow. You said like a crow?
Like a crow.
Crows like shiny things?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, crows and ravens. You have a coin or a necklace or something that's just kind of sitting out. They will come and find it. Random pieces of colored glass. If you ever find their nests, it's all kinds of shit in there.
Understood. There's something. Okay, when it comes to birds, there's definitely something different about crows and ravens. Like when you look at them, it feels like they looking at you like they know you. It creeps me out. Like there's something about crows and ravens. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. There's an ethereal kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
And that's why they're always in folklore and literature.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
Yeah, I understand. There's something. Yeah, there's something going on with them, and it makes
It's
me.
in the eyes.
It is. Yeah.
eyes tell a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would say they kind of make me uncomfortable. I was like, why do you stop looking at me like that? Stop it.
You said something I kind of want to go back to. Though.
Yeah.
You said Chanel said that our people, we like shiny things.
Yeah.
And I try to figure out why. And I think it's because we've gone so long without having access to things. Like people talked about when we got the stimulus check, they were like, oh, you should spend your money and open a business. And I agree because that's my lane. However, I understood why people went out and bought Jordans and all this kind of stuff because when you have a lifestyle that you don't have access to these things, your first time touching it, you're going to splurge. You're going to do something.
Absolutely.
But more instead of us like kind of like downplaying it, we should, for us who do know, we should be imparting that knowledge. That's our role.
Absolutely.
We both master Masons, faith, hope, charity.
Yes, sir.
Charity being the most important.
Absolutely.
It's our job to reach back and be like,
Facts.
My bro, I understand you're gonna use this money to do this. However, hey bro, did you know if 5 of us come together and we put this much money towards this business that it can produce this.
Absolutely.
You know, did
Absolutely.
you know that? Did you know that if we all go in together, we as a community,
Yeah.
you know, we do these type of things.
Absolutely.
Come together and put a down payment on a 2 to 4 unit building. Put it under a LLC or LLP.
Even on the smaller scale, man. I got on one of Nipsey's marathon clothing shirts, and of course I love Nip for the music, but his business mind that he had, but
He cultivated that mind.
Him and
also,
Sam.
also
cultivated
his
that.
brother,
Yeah.
his brother Black Sam. When the story on it, he was selling T-shirts and socks on a corner of Crenshaw and Slauson. He turned that into the store of Slauson Tees. Turned Slauson Tees into the marathon clothing. Him and his business partner, they were out there selling socks and T-shirts. They came together on a small. A lot of times, like, you know, it's not. You don't have to hit a home run. You can start with something small. You just identify that need, and you have the consistency, the discipline to be consistent in it.
Absolutely.
And next thing you know, now you got me. I'm wearing this proud.
Facts.
I rock it proud.
Facts.
But there's a story behind it.
Absolutely.
And it's just an example of how if we do come together, we can go buy an apartment.
Yeah.
Man, that's lovely. But on a smaller scale, if that's too high of a dream,
Yeah.
there's other things we could do.
That's right. Because people, I mean, when you put your energy in something like this, like a business, that energy translates into whatever product you offer to the market. So they're buying you. They're buying that energy. So that's why when people see Marathon, it's like, oh, salute. That's my nigga.
Yeah.
Put in the work. He escaped. He didn't escape, but because he ultimately fell victim to his circumstances. But he made the best out of a shitty situation. And that's why everyone respects Nip. White, black are just like, oh man, he did it, or he attempted to do it.
That's why the other cultures respect him, because the same things we were saying where people kind of disappointed us. When you see somebody like Nip, who, like he said, was wiggling out the mazes.
Facts.
You know, how could you not respect it?
Absolutely.
When you see a community of people who don't wiggle out the mazes, who intentionally put ourselves in the same revolving cycle,
Facts.
that's how we lose respect.
Exactly.
I'm trying to stay on a certain path for this conversation.
No, I like this path.
But
I'm gonna weave something you told me about the experience with the Afghans and about how he's like, bro, I know who you are.
Yeah.
And you get how it relates to, right?
I got you. When people, when they watch us and they know, you know, everything we possess, it's just like,
Exactly.
It's just like if your wife sees you and she knows you work at the school district and you're a PE teacher and you're excited because you got the PE role, but she knows you a talented brother that could be opening a carpet cleaning business that would produce and create jobs for your kids and create this. So she doesn't have that same level of excitement when you come home and
Facts, bro. That's right, bro.
Hey, I got promoted to head PE teacher. I got
settling.
Senior, juniors, and seniors.
You're settling because she knows your potential.
She knows potential's a deadly word though, because potential just says that you have more in you than you actually putting out.
Facts.
I play football and I used to hate when my coaches would be when they would say, "Man, you got a lot of potential." I'd be like,
You okay? Tackle? Can't remember.
middle linebacker.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And they taught me that. You know, when someone says you have potential, we get all excited. Oh, I got the potential. That means you have something greater in you.
Yeah.
That you're not executing on.
Performing. Absolutely.
Yeah. Does it feel good that you got potential, that you have it in you, but you haven't,
not using
you haven't
it?
executed on it?
Facts, bro. That's right. That's honestly, that's how when I deal with Koreans, that's how they treat me. That's how they treat me. They may be like, oh well, you work hard too, but they're kind of like, really, nigga? Like, come on, bro.
You still in the matrix. Oh,
Facts.
okay.
Facts. And the thing about Koreans and Latinos too, they operate with a sense of nationhood. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. So like you were talking specifically about the psychology. Okay, let's all get together. Let's do this. You do that. We pull our money, get an LLC. That when you operate with a sense of nationhood, that type of thinking, I believe, is natural. Right, because you're about to be in the nation. I'm in the nation. It's like we grow into that thing, and now it's second nature for me. But the difference between us and Koreans in this country is like we're not operating as a nation because we've been all that shit was stripped from us. Right, that nationhood, our ties. We don't have a nation. Be very clear. We do not have a nation. We are nationless, which is why we can't really lobby for reparations because they can't. Who they gonna give reparations to? Niggas.
Yep.
For real.
One drop rule, right?
Oh yeah, niggas like
isn't that what they use to enforce Jim Crow?
niggas like no.
Okay.
Let's like there's no organized, and they know that. So it's like until we get nationhood and established nationhood, then we're gonna be wandering around as niggas, which is it's a social
We'll
status.
be wandering around, still asking for jobs and justice.
Facts,
In
absolutely.
2021,
Absolutely.
2031, 41, and so
Facts.
Still begging
Fact.
to be treated like a basic fucking human.
Facts. Facts. Talking about civil rights when they don't even look at you as human. It's like,
Exactly.
Brother
niggas
Nerd-
is skipping steps.
on. Brother Nuri Muhammad said
Yeah.
that in the 60s and stuff, we were looking for civil rights when we should have been looking for silver rights.
Yes.
We were so worried about emotional ties
Yeah.
and being able to sit at a lunch counter with somebody instead of looking for the things that's actually going to progress us. We see the same things now. We vote in presidents and stuff who say, you ain't black if you don't do this.
Facts, man. That nigga
And it's
said
the
that.
emotional response that they're relying on to get them into office. And
Facts.
that's why so many Democrats are able to waffle
Politics.
on the biggest issues. Because
Waft.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Waffle. They go back and forth. They'll be there for 2 seconds, long enough for, to shake your hand and
Yeah.
get the photo out.
Get that vote.
And then next thing you know, they're in office and they're like, oh, who are you
who?
again?
But
Who are you?
the crazy thing is, we take that emotional leadership from those people, but then we resist people like Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. We resist our own, and it is so
Facts.
sickening.
Facts.
Because you will take on and you will vote for people who mean you no good, who have demonstrated that they mean you no good.
Absolutely.
But you will resist people who actually want you to head in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Why don't you like the minister? Because he pushes you
Facts.
to go past that potential.
Facts.
And
Boom.
change is uncomfortable.
Facts. You tied it back to potential. That's exactly why he holds us accountable and he holds us responsible to our potential that makes us comfortable because we're fucking settling.
Yeah.
Settling, no, below settling. We're not.
We just existing.
subsisting.
Barely
Subsisting.
Subsist. There we go. That's what it is. Subsisting.
We're just
gross.
I broke up with a female years ago.
Yes, sir.
And I told her, it's kind of disrespectful, but I meant it. It's just, I was like, in life, you have drivers and you have passengers. You're a passenger.
Yeah.
You're just along for the ride. And
I call them sheeple.
yeah.
Oh damn.
Unfortunately, I can't roll with a passenger.
Not at this stage, bro. No, not at this stage. You can't.
ride it now.
You can't. You can't. And we've learned this the hard way. But it has to be learned because where we're going, we don't have the time. We need the black man's needs we need a sister to support us and push us to activate our potential. Because if you're not doing that, you're dragging us behind, and the world's already doing that for us. So if you aren't pushing and forcing us to be a leader and getting out there and being the vanguard of our people, fuck is you doing?
We need the right sister.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
myself, especially, I could speak from a self-aware place. I have always, before I open my eyes, mated from the waist down. I look at a woman and it's all off looks versus
Facts.
really digging in the weeds of like, how am I going to find my equal? How am I going to find someone who wants to do nation building, who wants to produce and have these things that are, gonna, actually prolong our time here and build legacy.
Facts.
By the time I woke up to it, I'm glad I did. But I look back and like, man, we was really, we take jobs and the brother makes it. He's in finance and he makes $80,000 a year, and he goes, and this gonna come off wrong, but I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
He takes $80,000 that he's making a year. Then he goes and gets the girl who works at Dollar General who makes whatever a year. Now he brings that money back down.
Yeah.
If you watch other communities, they don't do that.
Yeah.
You see doctors with doctors.
Facts, man.
Lawyers with lawyers.
Facts.
You see those you see celebrities, Jay-Z with Beyonce.
Facts,
you see these
bro. No,
things
it's
because,
real.
and it's not to look down, and I know it may sound like that. It's not to look down
No.
on anyone's role. It's just if we want to get ahead,
Facts.
we're going to have to start leveling playing field so we
Facts.
can progress forward.
Facts.
If we keep bringing ourselves back down,
Yeah.
then
You're not gonna-
we're not liquid enough. We
Yeah.
don't have access
Fuck
to be able
no.
to play in these lanes.
You're biffling. You're waffling like the politicians. You're just biffling. You're not about shit.
and they
Yeah.
watch it. They
You
see us
have
do it. And they
to
like,
be fully yoked.
Yep. That's right.
You have to be equally yoked.
We have to. And so what I've said is like, trash is trash. Don't date or marry below your class. You feel me? Hard lesson to learn, but it's hard,
brother.
But that's a completely different psychology than living below your loans. Just like, oh, you hot, let's smash. Oh, now we got kids now, nigga. Like, that's niggas. That's our people. That's our people. And then we live after the fact. You know what I'm saying? And we don't live. We did talk arranged marriages. We talked arranged marriages.
We
and how,
need to do that.
Oh my God.
We need to make that
a
part of our culture. Since we are building our culture essentially from, just brick by brick, then we need to incorporate that into our culture. 'Cause if you think about it, Hispanics do it, Middle Easterners do it.
Yep. Indians hella do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're bringing it here and turning it into a business model. Okay, set that business model aside just for 2 seconds and think about how it has impacted their familial wealth.
Facts.
How it has impacted the growth and just various facets of life in general for any particular family who still partakes in it even to this day.
Absolutely.
Like that needs
We
to
we
be
do we do
adopted.
arranged marriages too. We do that, but we do it off of the sense of, hey, bro, did you see that girl? Bro, I got you. I got you, bro. Man, bro, I got you, bro.
That's true, bro.
But
they do it.
But did they vet her though?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we
that's
do
our
arrange.
version of
We do arrange, but it's all for the wrong reason.
Facts.
They do arrange. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Did you see her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a doctor at this and this.
Yeah.
She has this and this.
Right,
You know,
they give
like,
you her resume right there.
Exactly. For real.
hey,
for real.
you guys would be good. Maybe you guys
Y'all
will
should
get
talk.
along.
Y'all should talk.
Maybe you guys
Exactly.
in the same career field. Maybe
Facts.
you have the same
Talk.
the same playing
Yeah,
field.
let's have a little meeting. Let's have a little
We
sit
don't do
down.
that.
No, hell no.
Like, bro, did you?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. But let's go to remember the 3 things that the white man hasn't taught us? I think you told me last time.
Science of business ownership.
That's right. Science of business.
Yeah, science of business, science of mating.
Yes, sir.
Not dating, mating.
The science of mating.
And the science of war.
That's right. Absolutely. So this is specifically the science of mating. It's like you select your mate based on what is the best long-term vision for my legacy. That's the ideal.
We only here for
That's how civilized nations act. That's how kings and queens, like that's where they live up there. You don't step outside. No, you fucking with the kingdom. We'll kick you out the fucking family.
Yeah.
That's how they act.
We don't like these uncomfortable conversations.
No,
man.
no.
We buy into, hey man, I'm only here for a short period of time. Let me get this girl and let me just live life and build no kind of legacy.
Facts, man. Yeah. Which is cool, I guess, if we don't have the infrastructure. This ain't our planet. You supporting the white man's majors by having that mentality, and he wants you. That's the lifestyle he promotes.
We can preach for years and years about the divide and like how they're so far ahead of us, but until we do something about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we gonna just talk about it? Or are we gonna do something about it?
Exactly.
Are we gonna say, hey, they got this? Yeah, they got it. Now let's cut the emotions. Let's figure out how to get it.
Figure out how to do it, and then have the patience and to deploy a long-term strategy. Because all these immigrants, like the 7-Eleven bed story, that's long-term shit. They're thinking like, yeah, I'll put in this work. Mexicans coming here, work in the fields. They understand that
the long game.
They understand the long game. It's like, I'll work these fields. I'll feed these crackers. I'll feed these white people think about this. Mexicans feed us. They work the fields. They work the kitchens. They understand that agriculture is the foundation of civilization. So they will, they come and work these jobs, have children that go to college and put them on. And they'll do it without guilt or shame because they understand the long game.
Mexicans, from what I see, they don't romance how they make their money. They just make money.
Bruh, straight up.
We everything gotta be so sexy to us.
Facts, man. No niggas want to be no worker.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Oh, I gotta have this job. I work at the Chase Bank. I gotta work at this.
I refuse to work in food service.
Facts. No, for real. For real.
We have so many things that we just like, nah, man, that's beneath me. Meanwhile, they out there getting it.
And
And they're reaching back.
Questions.
You talk to them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm sending money back to Mexico. I'm doing this."
For real. Every Mexican family they putting their people back on home, like without question. All of them.
They go buy cars for cash. They don't believe in having payments and all this stuff. No, man. They can't imagine that. But
they'll have one person rent an apartment and put like 5
30
families
niggas in it.
that same apartment.
Yep.
Everybody's paying a portion of the rent, and then everybody else just kind of pools the money together. And once they get to a certain dollar amount, they take that and they go and invest in a business, or they go and buy a building, or they go and do something else that's gonna give them a huge huge return on that investment.
Absolutely.
So I'm just like,
I talked to a Chinese guy that did that.
Yeah.
He was telling me that their family culture in LA, that's what they did. He's like, you'll see us. We own a business within a strip mall. Each family that comes, when you come here, you live in our business. One at a time, you get your home outside of that business. You come here, you live, and you live within those walls. Now we had space 1 through 5. Now space 6 is yours.
Damn.
And we open up that business. You live there with your family, and now you can go out and buy your home. And so they have a system that works.
Damn.
We get a good paying job. We go get our car. We go get everything that's very individualized. There
Facts.
are individual status symbols.
Facts. That's exactly what all these material items are, individual status symbols. So we could flex on the hood.
That's all.
Flex on each other. To flex on
It's
each other.
a fake flex though, because to the 1%, or not even to the 1%, to the real people that's movers and shakers.
Yeah.
They see it a mile away.
Yeah.
They say, "Oh, you just nigga rich."
People know nigga rich, bro.
You know when you see it, right?
They know it. And the thing is, what I've realized is like people know outside of our community, they know nigga shit too.
What Jay-Z say? No chrome on the wheels. I'm a baller for real. Like you okay.
Everybody sees our nigga shit. Everybody. We see it. If we see it, other people see it.
Oh my God.
And they're like, oh, that's that nigga shit. Okay. Oh, that's Elise. I get it. Oh, you a baller. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
They're like, brother, that foreign is a citizen now, brother. You wouldn't finance the '86 BMW, brother. That got a citizenship. You good, bro? Like that ain't it. You gonna kill yourself in the maintenance?
Oh man, yeah. But they see all of our flaws, man, and they exploit every last one of them.
Exactly.
And they exploit it, man. All people, everyone's in on the game on us, bro.
But then they come sell us our stuff. They're like, hey, you like wigs?
Facts.
We have wigs. We have premium hair. We have everything. And then we won't go to our shops. We're gonna go to their shops. The Chinese shops are bigger and they got more options.
They got more options, man. And there's a part of us that doesn't want our shops to succeed, and that's the
We're critical.
In a barrel.
that shit.
Because crabs weren't meant to be in a barrel. We're very critical of each other.
Yes, sir.
Of each other's business.
Yes, sir.
We'll go to McDonald's doing McDonald's is shit.
Yeah.
But we'll go there and we'll repeatedly spend money in McDonald's. We'll repeatedly keep going back. But that one black restaurant that macaroni look a little milky or whatever, brother, don't go there. No, don't go there.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah.
No, let everybody know. No, we don't go there.
Yep. It is, so if we compare ourselves, we operate with a lack of nationhood, and then we have that gene of self-hatred. Operate. So if we look at the external reasons for the nation, that was stripped from us through slavery. So all of that ties, especially the American Negro, the American black man and woman, that tie to Africa was fucking severed. Yeah. Caribbean, it was kept more or less. They got more African culture. Like you're talking Santeria, that's more of a thing with Caribbean. But this American black man, they kept any African far away from us. So we would be cut off from any ties to nation. And in regard to self-hatred, that came in regard to slavery. They literally
Willie
put
Lynch
that
letter?
Exactly. They put that shit inside of us. So these are things that you can't expect your kidnapper, your rapist to be the person who heal you.
Thank you. Say
Doesn't make no fucking sense. You can't expect your rapist and your kidnapper to be the person to heal you. So yeah, they put you in that situation, and but God's gonna take care of them. But it's up to us to go through that process of healing, so we can get rid of these. It's self-hatred. If you go to the root, is there anything deeper than why we act the way we act? Because we hate self.
Can we go back to what you just said, though? You can't expect your rapist and your kidnapper to heal you.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. How many people are running around still carrying some mutated version of a slave mentality, right?
All of us. Yeah.
Okay, so you take that and you consider the fact, at this point in time, who's your figurative, metaphorical, and in some situations, physical kidnapper and rapist right now? Who is it? The politicians? Is it the other cultures?
Yeah.
Is it the U.S. government? Who is it? Now, you're expecting these same people who are giving you these handouts to be healing you in a certain way.
Yeah.
Okay? That's why when we were fed the stories of welfare in these broken homes and such, people ate that shit up.
Absolutely.
They're expecting their kidnapper and their rapist to heal them, to feed them, to take care of them as the minority.
Yes. Boom.
Right? But
that is correct.
But
when their kidnapper and all that is the one who designed the game.
Thanks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that is why what you're doing with the agriculture, that's why that's so key. Because then you're severing that tie.
Facts.
You are weaning yourself off the teat
Facts.
that of your rapist and kidnapper.
Facts.
And you're becoming self-sufficient, you're becoming independent,
Facts.
and you are becoming an entire entity in and of yourself.
Facts.
Completely self-sufficient.
Facts.
You don't have to rely on that government to feed
Facts.
you. You don't have to rely on them to quote unquote heal you.
Absolutely.
You don't have to rely on them for shit.
That's right.
And with the agriculture also, man, that's keeping you alive.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Like we watched
no
diseases.
GMOs.
We watched our life expectancy is not keeping up with medicine. We're downgrading. We're dying sooner. How is it that we got all these
Medicine is a business
doctors?
now, too.
Yeah.
How we got all these doctors? We got all these advances in medicine, and we dying sooner. Could it be that the food is actually the medicine?
Absolutely.
Could it be that fasting is something you should probably look into?
Absolutely.
That you're overworking your body? Could it be some truth in that?
Yep.
That's why I need everybody to go and research what Erykah Badu told people, the 5 doctors. She talked about sleep. She talked about self-care. She talked about the food having to be clean, you know?
Yeah.
There's
What
5
else?
specific
That was
ones.
3.
I can't remember. the other two. Look,
Fasting?
look,
Was
look.
fasting one of them?
Actually, I think it might have.
Okay, that would make sense. Okay.
But go look it up. It's-
Understood.
Man, see, when you said clean internally, it made me think of something. Quick thinking, fast moving,
Down to the modern times.
clean inside and out.
Yes, sir.
Down to the modern time.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Inside and out.
Yeah, for real. And
That's
what?
when you embrace agriculture.
Yeah.
When you take control of what you're consuming.
Yeah.
Then you stop disease from your family. You stop disease for yourself. Now you can actually stick around and actually live life.
Absolutely.
Most of us never live life. We're dead at 25.
Yeah.
We're still hanging around till we're 60, but we died a long time ago.
Absolutely.
We're
spirit.
just zombies. We're working these jobs. Most people now they work a job for 30 years and then they have to get a second one after that. They have no time to actually enjoy family.
That's
No,
because we're
man.
Sheep being led to
Yeah,
the slaughter.
absolutely. And us as a people, you look at us, how many black people over 60 look good? We look,
mom.
good. God bless her.
Yeah, she said
That's what's up. Very rare to find a black
my
person who
dad
got.
did before he passed. He did not look his age.
Well, yeah,
Also,
I mean,
look good. So they were healthy.
My dad, not so much, but he was born with an incurable.
they say black don't crack. Like we look great, but man, we could. I'll tell you, with me, man. When I started, I fast for 16 hours out of the day, and I eat within an 8-hour window. Really, I really only eat one meal, but sometimes around that I'll have like salad or something like that.
Yes,
But
sir.
That fasting, what it does for you.
Oh, bro.
When your skin clears up.
Absolutely.
When you are quick thinking and fast moving.
Facts. It
when
makes
you're
you that.
When you build yourself off eating all these meals, that's all you're thinking about.
Facts.
Next
It's
time
food.
You can't do nothing.
Consuming.
You wake up in the morning and you're an addict.
Gotta eat.
Hey, man, where we going for breakfast?
Facts, bro.
I care less about breakfast.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm the mission.
Yeah, I'm on my purpose.
Yeah,
It's like, what am I going to
Hey,
do?
I'm going to go out and
I'ma train,
get
I'ma
something
do this.
done.
Yes,
I'm
right.
going to go complete a task.
That's right. Yes, sir.
And that's...
Or go ground or go meditate, but you're not consuming. You're going inward, if anything. You gotta.
The feeling that you feel like when you are actually clean inside, when you do know your food sources, when you're not taking in these GMO and all this crap,
Yeah.
you feel so much better and you may actually hang around.
Absolutely.
So we should embrace agriculture. We should embrace
Absolutely.
farming and things that will take some of these diseases and all the downsides that we just embrace as like,
Yeah.
oh, black, we got high blood pressure because we black.
That's what people think. That's what other people think, and that's what that's just how we are, because we buy into the notion of inferiority. We don't buy into the notion that the black man is God. You know what I'm saying? Because if we knew that we were God and knew that all these Bible people was us that lived to 1,000 years, then you realize, oh, I'm being got. I'm being had. I'm being run over. Being bamboozled. Being hoodwinked. All of that.
You've been had.
Yes, sir.
Run amok. Ran straight.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and then that forces responsibility upon you, and that's why people don't like Farrakhan, because he's like, "What's your excuse, black man?" There's literally no excuse for our activity, none. And then you realize that the whole world's running game on us, so you can't really fault it for that, because if we stop the game, the whole world stops. The whole entire world is flipped on its head if the bottom rung of the ladder comes to the top, or just bottom stops putting up with the bullshit.
No, it's funny, man. People who resist the minister, they won't sit in a room and oppose him. He eats him up. I remember the Mike Wallace days and all. I was like, you won't sit in the room with the minister.
No. Yeah, those days are over. Nah, there.
It's too. He talks very straight.
Yeah.
And man, when he talked about what they did to Gaddafi,
Yeah.
He spoke clear. Nobody did.
Yep.
I hate to see people. And the sad thing is, within black families, my family, I went through it. There was so much resistance on when I embraced the nation.
Yeah. When was this? When the resistance? When you started processing?
Man, my whole life. I grew up in Chicago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you've been toying with it your whole life.
We
man.
see the nation.
Yeah.
We see the nation is there.
Yeah.
And you always talk, no, you go to Baptist church.
That's the that's the culture. Okay.
Yeah, you go to this church.
Understood.
You don't go to the Nation Islam,
Yeah.
brother. They don't believe in Jesus like that. Well, who taught you Jesus?
They're going to hell. Right. That's like the feeling. It's like, oh well, they look nice, but they're going to hell.
Yeah, but you seeing uniformity, you seeing unity, you seeing brothers that stand up straight.
You seeing a militarized black man with purpose.
You seeing a man who is respected. And there's a saying. It is much better to be respected than to be liked.
Absolutely.
To hell with being liked.
Absolutely.
We spend our time here trying to be accepted and liked by people who mean us no good.
Absolutely.
Instead of having that respect.
Facts.
You watch people will cross the street when an FOI soldier is moving.
Yeah.
You're not going to try that, brother. He knows who he is.
Absolutely.
When they see them certain names that are not slave names.
Yeah, bro. It's a different game.
What's your last name? Oh, Muhammad. Oh, that's brother.
Yes, sir.
What's your last name? Johnson. It's not your last name, brother. But
I got you.
No,
for real. Like they treat you different. Like they automatically know if you a black woman, Johnson, Goldberg, Sampson, they know it's like, oh, we got you. We got you.
Because you're giving them their name back.
Fact
Okay, we bought you back in. Blah, blah, blah. That means you came through this port. Oh, did your family grow up in Mississippi? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, facts, man. They know damn well, and you're signaling to them that you're a minority, that you're our property, and until we realize that we have to reclaim our names, like it's a long road back, because you're trying to do all this finessery with a brand on your back. It's a fucking brand. It's a brand. You were the white man's brand. And I've heard all the excuses, but I'm like, you doing all this in the white man's name.
And you resist the X. The X is the unknown, brother.
Exactly. X is
You
the
don't
unknown.
know.
X is even in the Egyptian hieroglyphs, the meta nature, that is, X means it's a resurrected. It's a new black man. It represents the unknown, the infinite, the unknown potential. That's what that X is.
What was it, Gil Scott Heron that said the revolution won't be televised because the revolution is internal?
Oh, facts.
That's why it's not televised. That's why you won't see it, because the true revolution happens internally.
Absolutely.
That's what you watching, man, with the nation. And when we wake up, it's crazy because you see things for what they are.
Exactly.
It's like, when we were becoming Masons, when we hit at that third degree, and our eyes are slowly being opened.
Yes, sir.
And we see things different.
Yes, sir.
And that's the same thing that we go through with life. Usually by the time that we wake up, we're way later in life. They say old people are the freest people because usually when you're around an older person, they don't care what you think about them. They say what they feel.
Oh, facts, bro.
Imagine if you had the testicular fortitude earlier in life.
At 20. Right?
Because you see it for what it is.
You see it for what it is, bro. You see it for what it is.
By the time we wake up,
blinders off.
Yeah.
By the time we wake up, we on borrowed time.
That's right. Absolutely.
We probably spend a lifetime eating crap, and
that's right.
Don't go eat them bean pies, brother.
That's right. That's right.
You want some of these ribs, brother? We selling plates.
Yeah, Christians love their pork, bro. Like, don't play around, man.
We selling plates.
Oh,
Even
man.
You want some chitlins?
Specifically in their own biblical text.
Don't do it.
Do not eat anything with the cloven hoof.
That's right. Yep, and they justify it, and then it's Christianity is the art of finessing yourself to submit to white authority.
But lean not into thine own understanding, but in all things.
Yeah, man.
Skim over that one, huh?
Yeah, man.
They skim over a lot of things.
They sure do.
Specifically about the part where Jesus specifically said not to praise him, but to praise our Father in heaven.
That's in the New Testament.
Pray on this wise. Our Father who art in heaven. Our Father. Well, if he's our Father, that means Jesus is our brother.
Which means he is one
right.
of us.
That's right. He is one of us. That's right.
He's inside all of us.
That's right. And he is a prototype. That's what he was. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Because if you do as I, you can become one with the Father.
The root word of brother is other. That's my other me.
That's right. That's right.
When I call somebody brother, when that was given to me, I start looking at that different. I don't call everybody brother. I don't.
Who do you call brother?
I try to. A lot of our people.
I understand.
Outside of, so I don't really use that word, but a lot of people who see things like me, because I try to. Whenever I see a black man, I try to realize that is my brother.
Fact.
And when
Yeah.
you realize that that's your brother, you treat him different.
Absolutely.
When you realize that's your other me,
Yeah.
you're not tempted to do craziness.
No.
Your first thought isn't to look down upon them. Your first thought is not to look for the worst in them.
Facts.
Just to see them for who they are.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And
Then you feel comfortable.
And
Me and you talked about it.
Yeah.
We talking about Lamert and everything. I said, man, it's crazy out here right now. They saying this going on and that. You said, do you gangbang, bro? No, you good. The nation, we moved through because you realize, you know who you are. You know that's your brother.
That's right.
We're not worried about nothing else.
That's right. Whether you bang, that's just no. You
talk to you clear.
That's right. Yeah, I see you for who you are. You're my brother, and like I don't care about your record or anything you got going on. It's like we ain't got shit, bro. We don't have no fucking land, bro. Let's have that conversation. We don't have no fucking land. I'm gonna go back to the land conversation because land is the base of freedom and independence.
The landlord.
Yeah.
We all know that word. We pay rent. The land.
Thank you,
Lord.
So
yes,
what
sir.
Are we in Europe where we have lords and ladies who preside over the land? Oh, okay.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, that's real.
Owning land is really the basis of it.
Facts. Absolutely. Yep.
It's really the basis.
That is
of
it. That is it.
But we live in these homeowners associations that we buy a home, and we pay the plantation fee, the HOA fee.
Yeah.
We don't want to own land, because if we own land, we could produce on that land.
That's right.
But they do things like make the prices so high to own some acres.
That's right.
Or they don't, and we just want to live right in the city.
That's what it is. We don't want the burden of responsibility that comes with landowner. Let's be real. We don't want to work no fucking land. We don't want to be producers, because that spark of nationhood and self-sufficiency hasn't been lit in enough of our minds. So where we want to be successful, but within the white man's infrastructure, because we envy the power that he has within his own infrastructure. But he built this motherfucker. So you're never gonna be anywhere close to the architect of the system in which you reside. You need to step outside, build your own system, and then once you're ready to grow up, then interact with the world at large and trade as a civilized people. This is how you ascend into godhood and responsibility and manhood, by going this route. It's not through integration and assembling through your slave master. Right? That's it. Yeah. And so this is why.
That integration word, man. I remember Brother Malcolm, he said only a black revolution do we want to integrate a lunch counter. You want to go have lunch with your enemy. You want to go have coffee. And he said, brothers, y'all will even go and force them to let you into their restaurants, and then you will eat the food. He said, you going to force a man to feed you, and then you going to eat it?
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah.
We want the wrong things out of life.
Absolutely.
And we repackage it and we sell it every few decades as some thing, and it's the same cry that it was before. We still want to sit at the lunch counter. We mad when they don't accept us.
Facts, man.
Meanwhile, the man who we looking up to, the white man, he actually owns land. They make it, and they go buy land, and they outside the city limits, and you talk to them, and they own ranches and all that. Kanye went and bought a ranch, and they said he was crazy.
They still do think he's crazy for that reason.
Which
It's like,
is
what
ridiculous.
are you doing? It's absurd.
Kanye either one of two things. Either he is crazy, or he just sees it very clear and it comes off crazy to us.
Well, there is a thin line between genius and insanity.
Facts.
So maybe
And
he's
your boy
towing
is
that
a Gemini, so that's him. Yeah, that's him.
He said, "You ain't got the answer, Sway."
Yeah, that's right. And if, nothing, no slide against my boy. I love Kanye. I've always liked. He does his thing. And he's got production, and he's making big moves. The only thing is just like, I wish my brother would just read. Feel me? Like, just get some knowledge up under you talking all this shit, because you're onto something. But just level up the knowledge game.
Yeah, he got some. Like he said, man, he got some things that's not right with him. Kanye, you could see after his mother died, you seen a decline in Kanye.
Yeah.
But on the other side, man, how many brothers have survived that Kardashian house?
Bro, straight
Lamar?
up chewing up.
Reggie,
Chew him up.
all these people.
Chew him up.
But Kanye, if you pay attention, he talked about it. He said they were trying to medicate me.
Yeah.
And we see it happen on the lower level with our people walking the street. The greatest drug dealers is the pharmaceuticals.
Oh, absolutely.
We see them walking around lost day in, day out. They're zombies.
Facts.
They're just, walking the streets looking lost.
Facts.
Now we see somebody at Kanye's level who's been heavily medicated, and we don't even understand him when he speaks.
No. Yeah.
He's crying out saying Donald Trump is like a dad to me. That's an over-medicated brother. They said, how can one man get all this power? Ain't that what Kanye said in the song?
Facts.
And now look at him.
Facts. Yeah. And like we're talking about, there's pharmaceuticals, drugs. They keep you operating within their matrix. They're like, you're not going to ascend into your godhood with our medication. They are designed to keep you operating at the lowest frequency imaginable. Vaccines, all this stuff.
Excuse me. Malcolm X called it Novocaine. He said, what is Novocaine? Novocaine is what they give you so that you ignore the pain.
Yeah.
It just, there's a lot of us walking around with Novocaine.
Facts.
We got all kind of pain going on and we don't even feel it anymore.
Absolutely.
We're just there.
Absolutely.
So that's, unfortunately, they didn't got us good. A lot of Novocaine going on.
A lot of Novocaine. That is what drugs are. Because as you said, food is the real drug, but they use everything but that. Aspirin, all these things, they numb you. They numb you from the inside out, and especially And I've been down the Kanye route. When I was 25 and I went back to the land, I lost my mind, and so my mother had to call 911 to get me hospitalized. So I've been through that full, so I understand what it's like, and I immediately knew because I was starting to feel like, oh shit, I'm a god. I feel this power, but then once I went into their system. They saw that in me, but they did everything in their power to get me back down because they knew who I was. And you got to think, the doctors, they know who we are. All of intellectual, smart white people know who we are and know our potential. So the game is, how do we keep these niggas operating down here so we can continue to rule? So you got to think, psychiatrists, these are the masters of seeing where the black god is and to keep him down. And they use the weaponized psychiatric medication to keep you operating down here. So Kanye's talking about they're trying to medicate me. I feel you, bro. I get it because I escaped that shit.
That's one of the reasons why I was trying to get into medical school, so that I could become a psychiatrist and so that I could specifically stop or fight against or advocate against this pill pushing.
Oh, straight up. Yeah.
Because
it's a machine.
It's a machine.
What is the point of going through medical school? Yeah. You have the entire same training as every freaking body else.
Yeah.
And yet all you're doing is, here, take this pill.
Facts.
But when you get in that game and see how deep it is, I mean, it goes even beyond the pharmaceutical. If you look at, what is it, like the American Cancer Society? They support dairy and all these different things that have actually been linked. But they said, exactly. They say here in the U.S., like we say dairy is a source of vitamin C.
Nah, bro.
Or was it vitamin D?
Vitamin D usually what they say. Yeah.
And then you got Chinese cultures and stuff who they won't touch the milk. We'll supplement. But there's because it's not even a high enough, amount of vitamin D even in the milk.
Yeah.
Not your mother, not your milk.
Yeah.
And we drinking all this pus and all this stuff.
And blood.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen milk before they change the color on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they bleach it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And then they curdle it and make cheese.
Yep.
We let them put Michael Jordan on commercials and milk built strong bones, and then we drink. Oh man, it's so much. It's a cold game when you realize it on how they make you a lifelong customer for doctors.
Facts.
And dependent on medicines. We watched the stuff with the COVID. I made a decision very early on that I was going to make sure that I was just in shape.
Yeah.
And that I was clean internally and externally. And that I took care of myself.
Yeah.
I've been all right.
Yeah.
I was in San Francisco when it kicked off.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Yes, sir.
But I don't operate in fear. A lot of people, not race dependent, a lot of people operate in fear and they're taking a shot for this, a shot for that, a shot for this, a shot for that. Okay, but I see all y'all sitting next to me on the plane.
Yeah.
It's convenient when you are like, when you follow these things, when you believe what they say.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got other people who just are disciplined, so they take care of their bodies, they take care of the food sources.
Yes, sir.
and they outliving you.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the minister?
Yeah, thank you. That's and to be honest, that's why they don't engage them, because how can you argue with an 89-year-old man who looks like that,
Still moving,
still moving, still glowing, beaming light? And I'm like, man, there's your argument,
still
bro.
speaks with power.
You gonna say this man is wrong, bro? Look at your boy.
Meanwhile,
look at your brother.
other people, they barely 50s and 60s, and they
Looking like
on
trash.
deathbeds.
Looking like
Broken
trash.
backs and just
Looking
looking-
like trash. Straight trash.
God, man,
Yeah,
it's
and
sickening.
that's your art. And then people see that, and they still choose to be a part of this. Still choose to take vaccines.
Like,
You
is
took
this your hero?
Yeah, for real. And I'm like, wow, the level of delusion is insane. It's really just conformity. It's like niggas want to be like everybody else.
Man, when one
Niggas
of
wanna
us
be like
comes out
everybody.
and say something, we're just taught to resist.
Yeah,
We are taught to resist if it comes from us.
yeah.
It
That's
doesn't
programming.
matter. God, it could be the smartest black person, and we'd be looking for fault in each other.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
oh, he just this or he just that, and it's like, damn, brothers, like sisters, like, wake up.
Yeah.
Have you realized the only thing we haven't exercised is unity? They say, oh, we don't see the nation at the marches. We don't see the nation boycotting.
Yeah.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
You want to know why? Because that's what you were doing then, and this is the result you got.
Exactly.
The only thing we haven't tried is unity. So you want the nation to sit there and march and look as sad as you, going to the same people who put the rules in place. You want the nation to go back to beg those people to have morality and to
man.
do something for you. Do you know how crazy you look going to your oppressor and asking for something?
The
Facts, man.
definition of insanity.
Doing the same shit over.
We all know it,
Expecting a
but we
different
do it.
result.
Facts. Yeah, exactly. And it's like the lottery ticket mentality. It's like maybe this time. And for the same reason we vote and expect change by voting for other white people. It's like maybe this time it'll work. Maybe this time it'll work.
But see, that's
maybe
the
this
thing.
time it'll work.
How
Maybe this time
are
it'll
new
work.
laws going to work at any point in time if the infrastructure is still utilizing the same inflammatory and racist indoctrination?
Trust in the
as it
system that
was
don't mean it's
using
no
back
good.
in-
Facts.
If we would just focus on the things that we control, if we control the
Tear it all down.
controllables, then we'd be okay. If we build business,
Yeah.
if we set up legacy for our small families, and we really put focus on that, and we remove the focus on everything else going on, then we would be further. But instead, we don't put any focus on that, and we like, oh my God, this politician said this, and oh my God, man, could you believe that?
Yes, that's right.
It's like, man, we so caught up in the stuff that don't matter to us.
Absolutely.
That doesn't move the needle in any way.
Yeah.
But the things that actually would progress us,
Yeah.
we're blind to it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I want to go back to a conversation about the IRS and the ruling families that run this world, because I want to go back to the function of the IRS is to not just the IRS, but all of the CIA, all of these agencies work on that, and the military work on the behalf of the ruling elite. That's what I really want to. Yeah, that's what I want to really speak upon, just quickly, because it kept coming in and out of my mind when y'all were talking. But I was like, yeah, the IRS's function is like came around because of they wanted to have income. We didn't always have an income tax, so IRS came around so they could, when they got off the what's it called, the gold standard, they got off the gold standard and they went to fiat currency, and they're like, all right, well, the income around the same time, more or less income tax came around, and that's when the function of the government IRS is really to extract the wealth from the peons of this country at the behest of these financial elite, the banking elite of this country.
Rothschilds.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, Rothschilds,
Those names.
Warburg, this country, JP Morgan, all
Yep.
of them. Yeah, all of them. So just wanted to put that out there. It's like, yeah, when you're in Afghanistan, you start to see that's the big game, right? Is when you see who's really running the
wake
show.
up to
Yeah,
it.
you wake up to that.
When I was in Afghanistan, and I peeped that, and I woke up to it, and it was sickening because I realized my role that I played in it,
Yeah,
and I had a decision to make. Now I can stay in this system now that I've woken up and I see it for what it is, or I can get out.
yeah,
And so I did. I did 10 years in the Army, and I rotated out because what I stand on means more
absolutely.
than the retirement, means more than any of that stuff.
That's right.
You know, who you are as a man, what you stand on, the principles, not that you say, but that you demonstrate.
Absolutely.
And that means something to me. So, yeah, I was there. I did it. I played the game.
Yeah, you played the game.
I did it all.
You played the game.
It's done.
That's right.
But I believe in you take lessons from everything.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of lessons that I learned.
Yes, sir.
Being a squad leader, in the military. I had several people
You staff sergeant. What was your rank?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I had several people that answered to me, per se. And when I was in direct control of these people, I had to build a team. In those teams, I had medics, I had mechanics, I had different soldiers, I had riflemen, I had all these different moving parts. And what that taught me, lessons coming back to the real world, is in this unity group or in this circle of friends and all this, we can't all do the same thing.
That's right, bro.
We all gonna need different strengths. So you have to take those lessons that I learned from the military, and now I'm gonna implement them within my circle.
Facts.
Okay, this brother's good in finance.
That's right.
She's good in this. He's good in that. How do I bring this together so we have a well-oiled machine?
Facts.
And then how do we duplicate this for the next group?
Facts. Absolutely.
If we think in that mind state, man, we become dangerous.
Absolutely.
But another lesson I learned in Afghanistan was when I was in the villages talking to those people. I'll never forget, man. The brothers, like the Afghans, they would take their gloves off and try to shake your hand. And if you didn't take your glove off, they're not shaking your hand. It's disrespect.
Yeah.
But I watched how they looked at the white soldiers. And then I watched how they would see me and they put their hand over their heart and they say, they would go, "Oh, you Muslim? You Muslim?" Yeah. And I would be like, "What's the deal with these guys?" I asked my interpreter, "Hey, what's up with them?"
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Brother, man, to you, man, to them, you're the original Islam."
That's right.
The Africa, they realize they look at you and they know you're God.
That's right.
And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
This Afghan person in this third world country out in the middle of nowhere knows more of who I am than I do.
Yes, sir.
They looking at me and they just like, oh my God, it's a black person. Like they see the skin, they see the glow. They know.
It's God, man. It's a God.
But we walk around and
man, fuck this nigga, bro. Like,
we don't look up to us.
No.
We look up to them.
That's right. That's right.
They skin change when the wind blows.
That's right, man.
Got the veins showing out.
Yeah. Yeah, man. For real.
That's who you look up to.
For real. Yeah, man.
Right.
They know who the God is, man. Yeah. And you said it was the older generation of Afghans that really gave you the treatment, right?
It was. The youngest was kind of scared.
I understand.
But the older ones who knew what it was. But if we opened our mind and just thought about like how things actually work.
Yeah.
Brother Malcolm put out some coffee and he said, when you get coffee, what color is it? It's black.
It's black.
Well, when you start integrating it, it gets lighter over time.
That's right.
The root is black.
That's right.
Black is the base.
That's right.
Well, if you know that the black is the base, brother, you black.
Here we go.
When you mix things, they get lighter over time. They don't start light and go dark.
That's right.
So who was here? Who was here? Like, do you know who you are?
Yes, right.
If you know who you are, then you move different.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's something that I picked up on.
Yes, sir. The original man, Asiatic black man, maker, owner, cream of planet Earth, God of the universe.
Exactly.
And it's one thing to hear that, and then it's another thing to operate as that. And then that's when your reality shifts. Is when you're like, oh, I'm the God. Like, oh, I don't have. There's no excuses. I could do whatever I want.
They killed Martin when he started talking like
exactly.
that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna say because like he died for a reason to show us just like, okay, well, you're only gonna get so far trying to play both worlds, trying to integrate. It's like it's not gonna happen.
Martin, before he died, he said, whenever men and women straighten their backs up, they're going somewhere because a man can't ride your back unless it's bent.
Damn. You said that?
That was Martin. They talk about Martin, I have a dream.
Man. Yeah, they don't talk about the part where he started actually agreeing with Malcolm X.
Oh, absolutely.
Martin,
yeah.
Okay. So Martin said, I have a dream that one day and all this. He went into that. But what they don't say is his conversation with Harry Belafonte, who still, spoke on it and said, Martin said, I fear I've integrated my people into a burning house.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When did he have a dream and when did he wake up? I posted some on my Instagram where Martin said that his dream was very superficial. That was his words. It's in video.
Understood.
That he spoke on that.
Yeah.
He said it was rather superficial.
Yeah.
And that he knew what he did.
Mm-hmm.
At that moment in time, he had this dream like we all do.
Yeah.
In my childhood, I embraced Martin. I could to this day, I can give you sermon after sermon that I don't need to look at notes that I still remember that I can recite to you.
Yeah.
Because as a child, that's who we're taught to look at.
Absolutely.
I have a dream.
Yeah, I have a dream.
We're
That was
taught
smart.
to worship our dead.
Absolutely. Yep. And denigrate the living. Label the living.
But when it came into adulthood,
Yeah.
I started to look at Brother Malcolm.
Yeah.
Because Malcolm was our manhood.
Yes, sir. That's right.
From Brother Malcolm, I went to Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
Because that's our living representation.
Facts. Yeah, he's alive.
And when you look at him, he stands up straight.
Very straight.
He doesn't bow down.
No, sir.
And when he speaks clear, how many people go against him? They go against him on shows when he's not represented. But every time that they used to put him in front of Barbara Walters and all these people, and they stopped.
That's right. That's right.
I love how clear he speaks.
It's very.
He said, "You're all slaves, and you love it, so you deserve what you get."
Yes, absolutely.
The erosion of your democracy will soon be the laughing stock of the world.
Facts, man. Yeah, yeah. And these are hard. He speaks in hard truths, man. And he speaks in all bars and hard truths. And it's
he tells you what you need to hear.
That's all he speaks.
So you deserve what you get.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, all of it. And these are tough things to accept for people who are living a lie. Because once you hear that truth, you're forced to make a choice. It's like, do I want to be a fool or do I want to be a man? That's really as simple as that. And everyone knows that's your option. And then people make that fool choice and they're uncomfortable with those of us who become men because it makes them look like the cowards to which they are.
What's his name? Zabib New Brzezinski said.
Oh, yeah.
He said, in the old days, it was easier to control 1 million people than it was to kill 1 million people. Yeah. But nowadays, said it's easier to kill 1 million people than it is to control 1 million people because we have this.
Yes, sir.
Everything that we need, we can research.
Absolutely.
If you want to Google it, you can Google it. If you want to watch a video on it, you can YouTube.
Yes, sir.
There's no excuse for our ignorance.
There's none. There's none. Yeah. They offer you a sedentary lifestyle, and they offer you mind-numbing entertainment, and they offer you living a life below your navel senses, just a savage-ass lifestyle.
And they're just like, hurry up and die.
Exactly. Die at 75, 76. Yeah, die. On our medication. Make us rich the entire time. Don't think. Just plug yourself into our matrix.
Hey, brother, you did a good job. Oh, it's so sad that the brother passed. It's so sad. Hey, we did send out the email for the job posting. So if you do know anyone out there, just go ahead and submit. It'd be the same day. I was working at the sales company, and I found out through email that one of the guys on my team died.
Oh, it's a personal experience. Oh, damn.
They sent out an email. They said, I knew from the word, and we regret to inform you. I was like, oh, man, regret to inform you that he died or whatever. And the same email, paragraphs down, the job posting will be posted. If you do know anyone, please send in these.
Yeah. That's cold, bro.
You work all these years.
That's cold.
You play into the system. You downplay people who don't keep jobs.
Yeah.
And then they just reduce you to an email. You got to ask when you want to take a vacation. You got to ask when you want to be a parent. Hey, my kid's sick. Hey, we really need you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, you out of sick days. You can't be sick today, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's real. That is real. All the parameters of your life are controlled by your puppeteer, by your slave master. Yeah, everything. You have no power.
But if you listen to your slave master talk, they would never be in your shoes.
No, hell no.
I was listening to Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank.
Yeah,
and he said a salary is a drug that they give you to forget your dreams.
Yes, sir. I heard that bar. That's the truth. That is the cold, hard truth. And also, what I heard today in that tangent is like if you take a leap of faith, you can't fall. Right. So I'm definitely like where we're going, and like I've taken my leap even with this podcast. With like I work for myself right now, and I'm just like Allah got me, man. So
the crazy thing about that is when you make one, like they say, if you make one step towards Allah,
yeah, he'll fall in. Yeah, make 3 steps towards you.
When you do that with betting on yourself, usually it aligns your thoughts along the right path.
Boom.
And then the second step is easier, and the third step is easier. It all starts with one step. We're so scared of that step.
Yeah, yeah, man.
You'll talk about agriculture, and there'll be people listening. Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy talk. Niggas really think that's crazy. It's like, why would you want to be a farmer? Like, for real. Like, my whole family is like, nigga, why did I got so much shit from working on a farm? Like, when I lost my mind being in the system. My parents were like, what the fuck you going to a farm for? Because clearly that shit wasn't working what I was doing. So I'm gonna do something that's going to work.
Something that affects you on a daily basis.
Exactly.
The root of your existence.
Food. Agriculture is the foundation of civilization. So yes, I want to go to the root of civilization to figure out what the fuck we're doing wrong.
We say what's noble and what's not.
Yeah.
And we got it all messed up.
Exactly, bro. Yeah. So, but we got to keep in mind, it's like, we're talking, there has been a very intentional effort to keep us off the land. I think you can make the argument that the function of the Klan was to scare niggas back into white authority, to keep them away from the fertile territory of the South. So, because there was a point in which this country where niggas did everything: farming, tradesmen, construction, all of it. There came a flippening when they brought in white immigrant labor and used the labor union to put white boys on top. And then also the homesteading moving to where they give land grants to white people to move out west. Like, so all of this white flight to get white people back in positions of power and to get the black man off of his master builder mind. Right? So this is I say all that to say that there's been a very intentional effort to keep us off the land because they understand that agriculture is the foundation of civilization. And once niggas start getting their hands dirty and getting ownership, that God gene, it gets woken up. And then ownership. So don't get it twisted. Like, we're going to face resistance in doing this. But at the end of the day, it's like when we move with a sense of nationhood and is with unity, we cannot and will not be stopped.
And what do we have to lose?
Nothing.
We can't even answer that.
No, exactly.
We don't.
We don't have anything.
We have nothing. We ain't got
built
shit.
Nothing. We can't lose nothing.
We got shit, man. And like you said, land is for sale. So all we got to do is collective economics, buy land. Like
the whole world's for sale.
The whole
everybody's got a price.
Absolutely, brother. Yeah, and we have, and don't get it twisted. Like we've got this country because it's geographically convenient for us right now. But we also have fucking Africa.
Yes.
We got Africa. We got a whole continent. And I've been to Africa. And what I specifically, the sentiment was like, they were just like, when are y'all coming home? Like, you do realize y'all are the most educated us on the planet. When are you coming home? Because I kind of went there like expecting to get answers. And they were like, bro, you the answer. What are you doing? And you go there and you realize, yeah, wait, damn, y'all got all this fertile land. You're still importing from Europe. All your goods are from other places. Like, oh God. So when I went there, it was nice, but also not nice because I felt the burden of responsibility. I was like, okay, what this country affords us right now is the opportunity as a laboratory to get reciprocity for what has happened to us. So we get land here because we right here right now. But we're gonna use this land and establish some sort of separation right here, right now, to then export that model the fucking planet. We taking over. We're gonna recolonize Africa. We going back home to our people. But since we're in this country, we're operating on our birthright. And it's like, no, because America is ours.
Yeah, we built it.
This is our country. And so what we've been talking about these past weeks is really like we can be separate, but also use the resources available in this country to really use it to build our own nation. So like I said, there's USDA, CDFA. These are institutions of agriculture with billions of dollars in their budgets that get flushed around mostly to white farmers because they run shit. So we're going to the table now that they're having these equity conversations and be like, we're here. Because if we don't show up at the table, they're going to have these equity conversations without us and determine for us what equity looks like for us. So we have to be there in full force. And that's what we're working on.
What was that word that you said, the R word? Reciprocity.
Reciprocity. Absolutely. No, we have to.
You can't always take. You got to give back.
That's right.
And once we figure that out and figure out what that means in every sense of life.
Absolutely.
You can only take so much from the soil without putting something back into it. You can only take so much from your partner without putting something back to them.
Absolutely.
Anything that you don't put back into will die.
Absolutely. And you learn that. It's just, you learn everything. Everything that can be learned from life can be learned from working the land. agriculture. Like we were talking earlier about the seasons of agriculture.
How many lessons are inside of that?
All of it.
Discipline.
Yes, sir. Discipline.
Commitment.
That's right. Working as a team because time management, knowing the seasons, working. You can't.
Seasons
Seasons are real, bro. Very, very real.
Brother, it's just not just season.
It's not. No, for real. That understanding that comes with that. So, and then also building a team. You do this chain of command, order, discipline, team, delegation of duty. All of this comes with working the land. And
How about the long game? How about putting feet in the soil and watching it feed you back?
Facts, bro.
Having the patience.
Absolutely.
Man, I've talked to farmers, and man, I this ain't nothing new for me, man. I watch these farmers and these guys who own cattle, and you ever sit and talk to them? They're some of the smartest, freest people
on the planet.
They don't want to be on the plantation. They get me away from there. I own acres.
Facts. Absolutely.
They don't get caught up in the city life.
No.
They can't stand it.
There's nothing. It's not natural to us as a people, this city life. So yeah, and this is not just black. Any farmer, they're down to earth.
They do not care about the things that we care about.
No.
What they care about is, hey, that cattle out there that's gonna be 2,000 pounds, I'm selling it for $2 a pound.
Yeah.
So that's $4,000 off that one cow, and I got a whole bunch of them.
Facts, bro. Facts, bro.
Those crops, I'm gonna go down to the farmer's market.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna feed your family.
Facts. Absolutely. And I'm gonna eke out a living for my family, feeding your family.
And if I do this well enough and I have enough acres, I'm not selling it at the farmer's market. I'm selling it at that Whole Foods and this Sprouts and this and that.
Absolutely.
Those people are free because
Facts.
they feeding you.
They feeding you, bro.
But, you know,
and they also have the means to feed themselves by feeding you and making a living from it.
Exactly.
And what you find out from working on a farm and talking, like it erases the color barrier because it's crazy, this phenomenon. Like
value hard work.
Yeah, it's all about the work. It's like what do you know how to do in the field? Like working on a farm.
Can you throw some hay?
Thank you, for real. Like there's no racism like when everyone's working on a farm. Like when I worked on farms in Arkansas, these were white families, but they weren't white to me. They were farmers. You feel me?
It's a whole culture.
It's a whole different.
They don't see it like we see it. They never stepped into this new time.
Nah, man.
They like, you gonna go buy that car? Get a pickup. You can't do anything with that car. Why would you buy it?
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts. Yeah, it's just like they view life in terms of utility, right? It's just productivity and utility, and it's like there's no time for like judging things by their color because like it's just you're a body, you got hands, you could put in work.
Two things you do in this lifetime.
That's right.
You either build or you destroy.
That's right, bro.
There's no middle ground.
That's right. Absolutely.
Either you progressing your people or you're not.
That's right. Yeah.
Either you producing off the land or you're not.
That's right, bro.
So you choose your poison.
That's right. And most people choose the poison of non-productivity and like the lack, like we were talking about earlier, the lack of desire to even want to be engaged. Because don't get it twisted. Like me and the brother Tamu, you'll meet him. He's actually on the board to advise the CDFA, the California Department of Food and Agriculture, about the equity effort. So we at the table, very much.
That's a real flex.
It's a real flex, and it's real flex. And then so we try to have this conversation with like other people who are involved, and the attitude was like, "Oh, y'all some sellouts," and we're like,
You gotta meet people where they at.
Exactly.
In order to get what you want, you have to meet people where they are. You have to learn how that system works. And then you have to move within those parameters to get what you want and then
create your own. Exactly. Because we as a people lack the administration. So you're going to ignore the USDA and the CDFA because you think you're too good to learn from the governing bodies that run your life?
You peep game from all the wrong sources.
Exactly. Yeah.
But the ones that actually are the movers and shakers, the one in the background is actually feeding this country.
That's right.
You won't sit at the table with them.
You won't sit at the table with them, and you will find, and what we have found out is like they just been waiting for us to grow the fuck up.
Exactly.
That's it. There's no like the reason. It's like the Korean effect. It's like y'all better than this. When are y'all gonna come to our table and actually have this conversation?
They welcome you.
Yeah.
I talk to many farmers.
Exactly. Yeah.
I talk to these farmers and people would think that they the opposite. Nah, man. They're like, oh, you want to work? You want to, and it's not like, oh, you want to build my dream. They're like, oh, you actually want to learn the game.
Yeah, that's it. That's the attitude. Yeah.
You ever talk to rich people? They love to tell their stories.
Facts, man.
You're not asking.
Yeah.
You talk to a farmer, they would love to, you can go to any farmer. they will appreciate the help.
Absolutely.
If you just say, like, I've gone, man, I wanted to learn how to ride a horse. I was like, hey, I'm from Chicago, man. I ain't ride no horses.
Yeah.
They love to teach you. And I rode horses.
Absolutely.
I want to learn about the cattle. I want to learn about, they will teach you all of it because to them, that's a way of life. That animal husbandry and all that stuff, the implements, like that.
Yeah.
That tractor game and all that, to them, it's all for a reason.
Facts,
and
man.
they love to teach you because once your eyes open to it, you're like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
There's so much in it. You like wealth? Let me show you real wealth.
Facts. Facts.
You like
They
nigga
are
rich.
some of the
Okay.
wealthiest people in
Facts.
this country.
Absolutely. Yeah. And they understand what real wealth is. Real wealth is mastery of the land in which you reside. Being able to extract from the earth the wealth that is inherent. Exactly. That's the real wealth is the earth. That's the earth. Because you could pull any of it from all material items come from the earth. And if you have the knowledge and science to be a steward and engineer of the earth and extract its resources, you're God.
And when you own
You're
land,
God.
you can produce on that land.
Facts.
If you decide you want to sell that land back to them, you can sell it back to them. You're going to make a hell of a profit.
Absolutely.
And you can still keep your portion and still run your industry.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
But, hey, when we use our VA loans and all that, we go get a house next to. Can't produce nothing. You put all this money out, your kids ain't even got room to play.
It's insane. It's insane, man. And it's like, you're really going to chase the infrastructure of a dying world. Yeah. So it's what's happening right now. We're in between worlds. One world's going out, and a lot of niggas is clinging on to this old world, bro. And it's I'm not concerned about the masses clinging on because it's going to be more room for us to flex. You know what I'm saying? Hate to sound like that, but that's just what it is, man. So,
Somebody has to get out in front of it.
that's right, man.
Harry Tubman had to get out there to show you the way.
Facts.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But
there's always somebody.
and we're dealing with that same psychology that she dealt with. Like, niggas want to stay on the plantation.
What did they say that she said it was a myth, but it was something that she said is like, I saved this many slaves and I would have saved, I would have saved that many more if they knew they were slaves or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. The psychology of slavery hasn't gone anywhere.
No, it
at
has
all.
not. It's just evolved.
That's right. It's a psychology of depending on someone who doesn't have your best interest in mind at best.
Hey, you're speaking my language
At
right
best,
now.
at best, that's at best. At worst, it's like you're depending your livelihood on depending on someone who absolutely hates your guts. At worst, you know what I'm saying. But at best, it's like
fire you in a heartbeat.
care.
And not care.
Not care.
Not care.
Not care.
Hey, for the betterment of we'll give you a great review, but we just got.
Exactly.
You get it, don't you? You understand. You were a great employee, but
And see, I've never actually been fired from a job, but I've always been that person.
Yeah.
When I left, I'd be like, one day I'm gonna buy this bitch and I'm gonna dismantle this motherfucker. Then I'm going to laugh in your face as I hand you your pink slip so you can go to fucking unemployment.
that's what they do to us.
Exactly. Absolutely.
And I've carried that mentality. I went to a PWI up in no man's land.
Wait, PWI, what's that mean?
Primarily white institution.
Oh, damn. Good to know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
It's the
I
opposite of
graduated.
HBCU.
Essentially, yes.
Hey, roger that.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And so I went to one. It was a private Christian college up in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin.
Damn.
Right. And it was rural area around the town.
Yeah.
And just a couple of teeny tiny colleges, church, couple stores.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like
Understood.
nothing else.
Yeah.
And I was like one of the token black people.
Yeah, I bet.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'm light skinned.
Yeah.
So they're looking at me like,
I know that look.
what do we do with you?
Yeah, yeah.
You
What could we
know?
say? Like, what-
Exactly.
do
And
you-
so that was where I developed or fine-tuned that same mentality that I'm telling you. I went up there and I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you think that you hold some sort of power over me.
Yeah.
Because this isn't my hometown. I'm not a native
Yeah.
here. But I'm like, honey, do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Do you know what I am?
Yeah.
I've carried that godlike mentality with me. I may not have had a name for it at the time, but I've carried it internally for many, many years.
People
I went
respect
up
it when
there,
they see it.
Absolutely.
Exactly. I went up there and I embodied it, and they're like, I've had a few who thought that they could step to me a certain way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And either they got that, I'll dismantle your whole fucking life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your whole world,
Yeah.
your whole business.
Facts.
I'll tear your shit down. Don't
Facts.
play with me.
That's right.
But then when I had the audacity to tell them that I am God, I am a goddess
Dang.
in and of myself.
You said that to him?
Yeah.
That damn.
The looks. The looks
Yeah.
were ridiculous.
Yeah.
When you self-aware, people they respect it. It's when you the opposite. When you don't have the balls to say who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when they don't respect. I was listening to Brother Nuri Muhammad. He's talking about the FOI, and he said everywhere we go, people want to know who we are, so we tell them.
That's right.
He said they don't want to know who you are because you look weak.
You look weak. You look weak.
They don't want to know who you are.
Yeah, like it's just like it's embarrassing, man. They feel bad. They're like, ugh.
But they want to know who the FOI is.
You still like
so
us?
we tell them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man.
So we tell them.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So you operated like that up there.
Yes.
Okay.
And they didn't know what to do with it.
I understand.
I had quite a few who figuratively, of course, kind of bowed down and stepped out of my way.
Yeah, yeah.
And they stayed out of my way.
Yeah.
And in a sense, they revered me anytime I moved.
Facts.
And I noticed it.
Yeah.
And I carried it with me.
Good.
But then there were those few.
Yeah. What did they do? I want to get specific. Like how, like those few, like
There was one who thought that because she was friends with a couple of the other token black people,
understood.
that she could balk back. She could jump hard.
Yeah. She was white, right?
Of course.
Okay.
I got black friends.
Right.
What did she do? I want to hear this.
So
Yeah.
she listened to them when they were like, "Oh, well, you're cool, so you can say the N-word."
Hey.
And she said that shit in my presence, and I gave her the look.
Understand.
You should have seen her blanch.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, they said I could say it. And I was like, clearly you don't value your life. And clearly you don't know that I'm not them.
Yeah.
If they
Facts.
choose to be sheep, that's on them. But you will never in your life say that shit to me ever the fuck again.
Okay. Gave her the third degree.
Or else we gonna have a problem.
Understood.
Because I'm not a nigga.
That's damn straight. Damn straight.
I'm a grown ass woman.
Yeah.
I'm out here taking care of my family, working 2 jobs, putting myself through college.
Wait, so this is after babies? Like after this? Sorry, this is after military and children?
After the military.
Damn.
After I adopted my little sister.
Damn. Okay, good to know.
So I'm like, I'm a whole parent out here.
Facts.
I was already older than by a few years anyway.
Yeah.
Because of my time in the military.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what you not gonna do?
Oh man.
Is disrespect me up in this piece. I don't care. I'll take you to church for real, and
Facts.
show you what it means.
Facts.
Like, don't do it.
Yeah. Facts.
Like she was literally shaking.
Damn.
People respect power.
Damn.
And then she backed the fuck down.
So this is like a little 20-year-old girl?
Yeah.
She's like, it's an undergrad, right? Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah,
God,
I think
terrifying.
I was like 22, 23 maybe. 22. I was like 22.
Yeah.
And she was like 19 or 20.
Oh man, yeah, I get
But
it.
because she was one of those kind of husky.
Oh,
Softball.
was she like a country ass girl?
Of course.
Okay,
This is
like a
Wisconsin.
Republican.
Rural Wisconsin. Of course. I feel like
Damn.
these things are a given.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I feel you.
But yeah, like
yeah.
I was like, bro, don't.
But she had black. So y'all were her friends, right?
No, she wasn't my
You know,
friend.
when they
She
say
was-
when
she
they
was
say they
friends
have
with
black friends,
them.
it's not exactly.
was-
So she was friends with the other niggas that were in your. Okay, understood. So she tried to squeeze one by you, and you set her straight.
She almost got her ass handed to her. for
Understood.
real. Because I'm like, what you don't know is I have no problem showing you exactly what the Army taught me. Come through.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Let's do it. I love hand-to-hand combat.
I understand.
I was great at it. Let's do it.
I understand. Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because another part of our conversation was like a soldier recognizes a real soldier, bro. And there's this respect. Mm-hmm. There's this respect between soldiers, like even on the battlefield, but between fighters. Because I fight too. I do jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, so MMA.
right,
So that's what I do. But there is it's just respect, like between two combatants. You're just like, I see you, bro. I see you,
If you're
bro.
on the other side.
Yeah, I see you, bro. Like, you know, if I have
Your
to.
enemy will respect you if they see you standing up straight.
Facts, bro. Yeah, man. And it's like, it's nothing personal either. It's just like, it's not personal. Soldiers are just like, we see each other and it's just like, salute. I see you, bro. Oh, you kind of nice. All right. I mean, I'm going to give it my all if I have to, but I respect you enough not to. I'm not going to engage because I see you got something going on. So I'm not going to be a belligerent just for the fuck of it. You know what I'm saying? And it really ramps down hostilities because there's a respect, and respect is really the glue that really, not the glue, but the energy that really, it dampens down the potential for hostilities because you like, just why? Fuck it. Why do we got to throw hands?
Mutual respect and an appreciation for the human life.
Facts.
Because you have to understand that at the end of the day, they're still just another person.
Absolutely.
They're still just doing a job.
Yeah.
They're still putting their pants on one leg at a time, just like you.
Absolutely.
There literally is no difference.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you don't know the potential of somebody else. And we had this conversation. It's like when we don't know who we're fucking with, because people look at us and they make all these assumptions and they run you, and then you don't know that. You don't know. Yeah, you don't know. Like the sister didn't know who you were. They don't know who I am. They don't know who you are. But you're talking to soldiers when you talk to us, like straight up. You're talking to highly trained soldiers, militant soldiers who come from a line of soldiers, of people who have led us down this path of dealing in the hells of planet Earth to get us to this point. You don't know who you're fucking with.
Exactly.
You don't know who you're fucking with.
That's why respect is just the minimum.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. That's the base.
A base, yeah. But then you carry. We've talked about this. It's like we carry that energy with us, and like it dampens down the potential for hostilities in your environment. You walk with that, and it comes with you. And people are just like, nah.
They see it. They know when they see it.
That's right, bro.
You may not be able to put a name on it. You may not be able to put your finger on it, but you know it when you see it.
That's right, bro.
You know why you respect it.
That's right. You feel it. Like, you really feel that force of energy around
You know when
them.
a leader walks in the room.
Oh, absolutely, brother. Oh, absolutely. Yep.
It don't matter if they're talking about agriculture, if they're talking about whatever.
right.
They can talk to you about any topic, and you probably going to tune in because you feel it. You can look at them and tell they command that room.
That's right, bro. That's right, bro. And that is not something that is taught. That is something that you grow into with the adversity of life. And if you pass your test and you have that faith, and it's just like that's the trappings of your journey. It's like, oh, you got it, bro.
When you get to that point of actually believing what you're talking about, that's when people listen.
Facts, bro.
Because they can see it.
Facts.
When you 100% about whatever you speaking on, that's when they listen.
Yeah.
If you look like you still got some question marks out there,
Yeah, man. Uncertainty in your character is like they're not going to take you seriously. They'll be thinking about other shit while you're talking, or an excuse to go the other way. But if you really know what you're talking about, niggas is taking mental notes while you're speaking, and then they're asking you questions, and that's how you know you got them.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. But that just comes with being a soldier and having that respect. And then you start seeing different levels of soldierdom. You start seeing the generals. You start seeing the 5-star generals. And you're like, oh shit. It's real. And that's what I just get from, I know a military man when I know a military sister. It's just like there's a very way how they operate. It's straight line. It's just direct. Yes, sir. No, sir. Like, oh, you're military. You're a Marine, huh? Oh, okay. Air Force. I can feel it. I can sense it out now. And it's, and I think I was telling you that when it comes to like white people, Allah's only sending me like the best of the best white people to come like engage in me, and most of them are military. That's what I just seen in my life, because
Respect and
appreciation. It's like, and it's both ways, and they see it in me, and it's like, oh shit, yeah, this Nation of Islam ain't no joke. For real.
So you move with a code.
Facts, man.
Move with some discipline.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And they respect that.
That's right. I want to run through y'all. So we talked about it last week on the podcast. I want to run through Indian caste system. It has, I want to run through it because it's very relevant to us as a people. And it kind of goes in line with like arranged marriages, about how society is structured. And I think when I go through it, you'll see how we have it all fucked up. Right. So there's like the caste system. There's 4 castes. I'll start from the bottom, not bottom, and there's no superiority in it. It's just roles in society. It's not like I'm better than you because this is the foundation. You go up. So the bottom is what's called the Sudras, Sudras. This is like your blue collar workers. So like what we call like the union workers, plumbers, all the people that work exclusively with their hands, laborers,
Trade.
blue tradesmen, not highly high skilled, but just tradesmen, workers, blue collar workers, service people, all those. That's the foundation. Right above this is the Vaishnas, and this is your agriculturalists, business people, farmers and industrial farmers, merchants, business people, merchants, so the people who run businesses, small businesses, bigger businesses, more or less. And then right above this one is the administrative class, so the Kshetras, so rulers, warriors, administrators. So the people that oversee the bureaucracy of society, that are the glue that run the organizations that keep society running as a whole. So who know the art and science of business and can apply it at the multi-conglomerate level, more or less. And then above this class is the Brahmin class, which is the priests, the scholars, then the teachers. So the teachers in society are the highest, the highest caste system, because they have that amount of power to impart the youth. So if we look at this structure, this is called the Vedic structure.
Vedic?
Yeah, Vedic, yeah. And you think like, man, we got teachers all the way up here, and then at the foundation we have agriculture, which I said agriculture is the foundation of civilization. And so what value do we as people have on, we don't have any value on these of teachers, which are placed at the top, and then the foundation of civilization. We place no emphasis here. So how can we have a civilization with this current psychology? Because if this white man were to disappear off the face of the earth, he would still run shit. Because we have not developed our own way of operating, right? Mm-hmm. So just wanted to put that out there just to give us yeah, this is because we're talking about nation building. We're talking about building a civilization. We're going to have to go into this new world with what do we want it to look like? And we got the land first and foremost. So we need to have our own land, separate territory, so we could have these conversations. And then upon this land, we develop means of production. And then once we have means of production, we set up businesses to interact and trade with the other, going up this pyramid. Then once you have business structures, we need the administrative layer to extract whether it's taxes or whatever, to organize the society, the civilization. And then on top of that, we need our priests, our kings, our rulers, our head administrators to run the show. And then on top, teachers, priests, scholars. That's how society is ordered. So just wanted to put that out there. Yeah.
Structure.
Yeah, structure.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And organization.
That's right. And man, I feel pretty good. I did want to you were talking astrology before we popped off, but how do you, I mean, it's 2 hours in, so I kind of wanted to end off with talking about stars, but if you want to call it off, you can call it off. But I did want to mention that I'm a Capricorn sun. You are a Gemini sun, and you are a Scorpio sun. And had a good conversation about the specific time which we're in, which is we're in the season of Sagittarius. Mm-hmm. And I don't specifically know what that means outside of I don't really like them niggas.
It's a lot of people who don't like Sagittarius. But, I mean, Capricorns don't have the best rap.
I understand. No, I understand that because we're always right and niggas is jelly. So I get it.
Or because y'all are workaholics and have a difficult time prioritizing relationships.
Facts.
And family.
Facts.
And self-care.
Facts. Oh, God.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I told you I know what I'm talking about.
Yes, you do. So you have personal experience with us.
Unfortunately.
Man.
The Scorpios, we solid, right?
Man, them niggas is shady.
No. I wouldn't say shady.
Go on.
I would say Scorpios are very on or off. There's very few situations where there's a gray area or an in-between.
Wow, that's 100% me. I actually agree with you.
Good.
So if you okay, say you're dating a Scorpio.
Understood.
Right?
Yeah.
This is your person. You right? You're all in. whatever. Say they ask you a question like, oh, when's the last time you spoke to your ex? Right? Now, they might think that they already know something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But they're not going to tell you that.
Absolutely.
Because they're keeping score.
Absolutely.
They want to know.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Right?
They want to know if you're going to tell them the truth.
Yeah.
And depending on how and when you answer that question, that's going to dictate how they move with you for the rest of the relationship.
How do you know this?
I mean,
I am an observer
yeah.
and a researcher.
Next.
And I read people.
That's
I
right.
have 2 degrees in psychology for a reason.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah.
This is
That was just too crazy accurate because that's 100%.
No.
I like Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson, he says that he doesn't have a middle ground. Either he has a lot of money or he has no money. Either he's in love with you or he's not.
Understood.
And I knew that was me from childhood. And that's me to this day. There is no gray area.
I understand.
Either I'm 100%
Bro,
in
yeah.
or I'm 100% out.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Once I see something that pushes me out, I'm out.
Yes, sir.
I told someone that used to be someone in my life that they were a non-factor.
Oh, I understand. Yes.
And that hurt.
Yeah.
But I meant it.
I understand.
And I stood on it.
I understand.
Once you're non-factor, you're non-factor.
Yeah, man. I feel you.
It's really hard to go backwards with a Scorpio.
Yeah, I understand.
That's like you plant a seed, it grows into a tree. Oh, can we turn the tree back into a seed? No.
No.
It's a tree. It's going to stay a tree.
I've never heard somebody explain this without
real.
even me saying, there's no gray area. Either I'm 100% or I'm 100% out.
Absolutely.
God damn it, if I feel like I know something,
You gotta
I feel like you just
Yeah.
sold me a dream.
Yeah.
We can never move the same.
No, absolutely not, man. No. I feel you on that.
So,
Yeah.
Scorpios in a nutshell.
Okay, understood. Yeah.
In various facets of life.
Understood.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we gotta get his rising and all of them, rising and moon.
Yeah, we
move
gotta
with that.
run his.
Yeah.
We gotta pull his name.
We gotta pull it. We gotta pull it. We gotta pull it.
I think I was told I'm like a life path 8 or something like that. Does that mean
Oh,
anything?
man.
Oh, that might have something to do with whatever planet showed up in the house on your natal chart that handles like your career or your life goals and ambitions and such.
Understood. You understand the houses and what they mean?
I have a chart that I refer to.
Okay, understood.
Because I can remember a lot of stuff and I can observe a lot of stuff, but sometimes you need reference material.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
And so I have a specific chart that tells me what each house does. And if you like, I can share it with you.
Yeah, I think it might be time.
And then if you have your natal chart, you can pull up and see which ones fall where and what that means based on which planet it is.
Yeah.
Or which stars it is.
Yeah.
And which house it lands in.
Understood. Yeah. And what I finally have realized is we're not separate from the stars, from the planet at all.
We are of the stars.
Of that. So you got to realize you have to take this with the utmost sincerity because it's like we said, you can't, especially when you're involved in agriculture, right? You have to understand that agriculture is the manipulation of the earth to bring productive plants into existence or whatever. And then astrology is the agriculture of the human spirit. And there's no separation between these two realms. So yeah, now that I've finally gotten that, now I'm like, okay, I've got to take it seriously.
And that's why before we started, I mentioned the seasons or the solstices and things like that our ancestors used to follow to the letter.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because it has everything to do with agriculture. It has everything to do with the seasons of your life, the phases of your life. It has everything to do with how and why you maneuver in certain facets of your life, whether it be business, whether it be intimate relationships, whether it be just the mask that you show the world on a day-to-day basis.
Facts.
But, it's a lot of people out there who don't believe in it.
Yeah.
But I bet you they believed in that retrograde a couple months ago.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, Lord knows I did.
They quick to blame everything else on the retrograde, but you don't want to take accountability. But that's none of my business.
I understand. Yeah, and what it gives you, it gives you the means by which to properly understand physical reality itself
and understand oneself.
Facts.
As soon as you become self-aware, as soon as you become in tune with your higher self, you move better in life.
Absolutely.
Because
Facts.
then you recognize your connections to everything else around you.
Everything.
To the earth,
Yep.
to other people.
To other people.
Like what you were saying before, your brother is the other me. You see that connection once you learn more about who you are.
Facts.
And in order to do that, you go back to the source. And no, I don't just mean Africa, because Africa is the Garden of Eden, for those who don't know. But the actual source, the stars. If you can read that, if you can learn from that, then you can read and you can learn from anything.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't always require a textbook.
No. Yeah. Yeah. It allows you to understand, reality itself at all times. And what really like got me interested is seeing the relationships between the signs and how I fit with other signs. So now, first I started realizing that as an earth sign, I get very strong chemistry with other earth signs and water. It's like just what it is. Earth feeds water.
Because water
feeds
moves earth.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
And then wind powers fire, and there's chemistry between fire signs and air signs, and like it makes beautiful divine sense. Yeah. And then it allows you to really understand that what other people are that you aren't, and why that's important. That's what it comes down to.
The yin and the yang,
Yeah.
the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and all of that.
Yeah, that's right.
Everything has to have a balance.
That's right. And like I may not like Sagittarius, but I need them.
Yes.
I need that.
Also, supposedly, according to some of the books, everybody has Sagittarius somewhere in their chart.
Oh, I got mine. I got my hella Sag in my chart. Yeah. So
Surprisingly, I don't.
none? Wow.
I'm not saying I don't have any. I just don't have a lot of it. I think I have like one
Yeah.
placement.
I got like 3, I believe.
No, I got heavy Gemini energy.
Huh. Yeah.
Everywhere.
I understand.
It's so weird. But irony, I'm a Capricorn moon.
Congratulations.
Which means I move like a Capricorn when it comes to my business affairs.
That's good. Very good thing.
Yes, because that means when it comes time to work, I work.
There we
and
go.
Don't get in my way.
There we go.
Don't interrupt me.
Yeah.
And damn sure don't try to stop me because
man.
I will run over you.
That's a dream. Like as someone who wants to, I like people obviously I'm a Capricorn. I like people like that. And it's just like, you want people to go in their lane and flex hard as fuck. Hard as fuck.
I am excellent at everything that I apply myself to.
There we go. Yeah, that's
And
right.
you can talk to anybody I've ever worked with or worked for.
Yeah.
Or anybody who's even witnessed me in my element.
Yeah.
I've written books.
Yeah.
Some have yet to be published. At least one is already out.
Yeah.
I used to write songs. I used to paint.
Okay.
I used to sing. I used to
got it.
dance.
You got it.
I just got all A's at the only HBCU on the West Coast.
Wait, which one?
Charles R. Drew University of
Yes, ma'am.
Science and
Yes, ma'am.
Medicine.
Is that where you got your master's?
No, that's where I was taking those med school classes.
Oh, there we go. Understood.
And I got all A's
Yeah.
while majority of the rest of my cohort struggled and I had to help carry them.
Nice.
I had to be the mother in the group.
I understand. Have you been a teacher before?
No,
Okay.
I've been asked
Yeah.
to be a teacher. I've been a trainer at many jobs and
Okay, understood.
corporations that I work for,
Understood.
including at the IRS,
Okay.
including at the DMV in Chicago. I've trained a lot of people, and
Damn.
I churn out amazing people,
Understood.
amazing employees.
Understood.
But I also wake them up,
I understand.
and that's part of the problem.
I understand.
I wake them up.
Yeah. It's part of the problem in this world, but
Yes,
in
it's
our
part
world,
of the
it's
problem
going to be
for the
necessary.
company.
Yeah, for the company.
Because they cannot keep them
That's right.
as an employee.
That's right. That's right. But we're not building employees; we're building gods and goddesses.
Exactly. I wake them up.
Exactly. So it's just now we got to build our structure, and we know that land is the first part, but we got a hold of that because we doing our part, and then now y'all on the team, bro.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And now y'all got the
do our
resources and the plug, and you just learn construction, man, and we got it, man. Yes.
Bridge together.
Absolutely. Yeah. And no, because all the plugs are involved right now. We got all the plugs we need. And then it's crazy. Like we talked about, how people treat us as individuals differently. Like they have respect just for a soldier. What does it look like when there's 5 of us acting like this is a unit representing our people? And I just had a taste of it talking to CDFA. It's just like, it's literally like, oh, they're here now. Hi guys. We've been fucking waiting for you guys. Can we talk equity now? All right. What do you want? It's like that, which is a beautiful thing.
Unity and power.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like they don't like it. And whether they like us or it doesn't matter. And the feeling that knowing that they don't care, it's liberating because I'm not worried about pleasing you. I'm worrying about I'm here for my people. This is what we want. This is our land. Help us get this land because if you don't, you're going to catch hell because it's written in the scripture. Like if you want to take it to that level.
Mm-hmm. The chosen people.
They know who you are. They know who we are. And they know who we are, bro. White people of a certain amount of intelligence know what the fuck is up.
Oh, of course.
They know
It's
who we
us.
are. It's us, bro.
We don't know who we are.
Exactly.
They know.
Exactly. And they're just waiting. Because the thing about from their point of view, and I've heard them say this, is like John Wayne, who's a Mason. Like when someone asked him about white supremacy, he was a Mason. He knows who we are. Mm-hmm. He said something that people who don't know anything are going to get butthurt about. He said, I believe in white supremacy until the black man is raised into a point of responsibility. So what he's really saying is we're going to run the ship because it's not responsible for us to hand over the keys to a people who are not ready for it. Because he knows it's our time, but he's like, oh, well, I'm not.
Until, it has an ending.
Exactly.
And he knows it.
He knows it too.
And he's not denying it. He's
Not at all.
Running from it. He's
Not at
just
all.
waiting.
And he's waiting and he's being responsible because he'd be irresponsible if he gave his keys to someone who can't drive. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's a wise brother. That's a Mason. Okay, he gets it. And all of them are just waiting. I'm like, anytime now, niggers.
The interesting part about that is people heard the same thing you heard. Plenty of other black people heard the exact same thing you heard. And the only part that resonated was that he believed in white supremacy.
Facts. You know it.
Because I have heard many of the elders in my family, oh yeah, John Rain's a racist.
Public enemy.
And?
Oh.
Okay,
Public
and?
enemy. We made a song talking about it.
Yeah.
Right, but okay,
But he never
and?
meant shit to me because he's a straight out racist.
Yeah.
Motherfucking man, John Wayne.
Okay, well, set that part aside. What else did he say?
Thank
Where's
you.
the context?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, yes, he's a racist.
What does that mean?
Half the fucking world is
What
racist.
is a racist?
What does that mean? Oh, that white people should run shit? Like, yeah, that's the world.
Or-
Everyone is racist.
Or is he being a realist and
you.
saying that's just the way it is?
That's the way it is.
Right
Facts.
now.
Facts.
He's
Facts.
saying that's the way it is right now. When
Absolutely.
they wake up and come do what the fuck they supposed to do, what they as the chosen people are meant to do, then I'll step the fuck back and white supremacy will no longer exist. However, as it stands right now, white people are the supreme rulers
Facts.
until our people wake up and do what they're supposed
And
to do.
step into our role and purpose.
Exactly.
Right, and
until
fulfill these
you
scriptures.
Find thyself.
That's right. That's right. And they ain't gonna help you do it.
No, they ain't gonna help.
Yeah, no, why would they? Is that it?
Because then they have to step back.
Exactly. No, and power never gives up power. You know, I would disrespect power if it did that. And I don't,
It's not power if it does that.
Exactly.
Nobody abdicates the throne.
Exactly. And I don't know. I want the fight, bro. Like I'm a fighter. Like what
The
I would
fight of
res-
your
I
life,
wouldn't respect
yes.
you, bro. Like let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's just nice. I know we're gonna win, so I'm like, fuck it, man. I'll get you in
They
this
know
lifetime.
we're gonna win too.
They do. So it's just like
They're just buying their time.
they buying their time. Let's have enough fun. Let's give these niggas vaccines. See how much of these dumbasses taking. For real, right? Shit is so blatant. Yeah, I know. That's your people, bro.
Hey,
That's y'all's people, man. They ain't my people now.
Oh, it's not.
I'm disclaiming
wow.
these niggas, bro.
He's disowning us. Come on, now.
Duty dodge.
Better than that.
I know. Oh man.
Fear is a powerful thing,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
and they know that.
Absolutely.
And that is why I am the healer.
Yep. So we got land, we got the skill sets, we have the connections. Now he's got to put in the work and then figure out how we're all going to fit into this paradigm. And I just think literally when you guys tell me what you're doing, I'm really like interviewing and figuring out, okay, she does this, he does this. Okay. I'm thinking about a list of names in a spreadsheet and what titles I could put in to apply for funding through our organization. I'm literally like thinking about this. I'm like, okay, I got bodies because in order to apply for funding, you need a team. You can't just go to the USDA and be like, oh, give me money.
No.
You have to have a
plan.
501c3. You have to have a plan. You have to have people with names and titles and structure and a budget. So I'm thinking like, okay, I got this sister, I got this brother. Okay.
Well,
Yep.
I can do a lot of things.
Yes, right. Yeah.
I can send you my resume if you like.
Maybe. Yeah. Fuck it. Why not? Yeah. Because we're just things are moving so fast, and that's how God works. It's like if you take that step, He's like, okay, y'all ready now? Okay, go. Fuck it. I'll go as quick as you're ready to take on this work. Just make sure you don't ask for something you're not ready to chew on. So He's giving me the work. Believe you me. And y'all being here is proof of it, because now you're bringing more resources to the table.
Yes.
Right. And what is a king? A king is a manager. He's a head administrator, and he knows how to take the resources and allocate it fairly to his people. And so we're being put in these positions to do just that. And we have the skills. Now it's time to apply these skills for the benefit of our people and get our people thinking like this, like grown-ups, like how John Wayne is waiting for us to think like, for real. Yes, sir. But yeah, I'm ready to close this out. I feel good. You got anything else to say, brother? Master Mason?
Got it, bro.
Soon to be FOI?
Got it.
Better be. All right, yes, sir. I'm going to close out. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment. Thee alone do we serve, thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Ameen.